of the past, that's a different life. These days I don't need nobody's validation. These days I don't need nobody's invitation. These days I don't tell nobody what I'm doing, I just do it. If I fail, keep it pushing till I get it right. Yeah, these days I've been wide awake, I never sleep late. Got a lot to do, I treat a Sunday like a weekday. Do it for my son, set the table, I need 3 plates. Have my cake and eat it, baby, don't forget the cheesecake. Got it, yeah, they know I got it. Confidence contagious, so the ones around me caught it. Everybody waiting on me, hoping I'ma drop it. I feel like all this weight is on me, still I'm never stopping. No, that is not a, yeah, pushing myself to the limit. I set a goal, but still I never feel enough when I get it. Cause when I go and all these feelings overflow to the ceiling, it's like a hole just open up and I don't know how to feel it. I tell them, look, I don't make mistakes, the mistakes made me. Drop songs when I write them, I don't wait.
Alrighty, welcome in, let's be great.
A lot of rats taking pics, that's why they say cheese. Lately,
happy Monday, happy Monday.
Friends used to show me love, ain't showing love at all. Yeah, only cheer me on when I was underdog. Running up the numbers, everybody keep on running off. Funny how they wanted me to win until I passed them. Now all of a sudden they be talking in the past tense. He was this, he was that, like I changed up. Had a kid, I'm a dad, gotta make funds these days. Everybody focus on the he say and she say. Acting up and trying to make a scene like a screenplay. Try to be original but end up as.
All right, y'all, welcome in. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? Good to see you guys. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So even when I get hot, never switch on a fan.
All right, who we got? Energy in the building. Hey, only bands in the house. Z Gamer in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Mod Squad is here. How you guys feeling? How y'all feeling? W. Hey, till we get it right. Y'all ready to be great? Y'all ready to be great? Here's what I told my kids before I walked in the room. Children, your thoughts create your life. Your thoughts create your life. What is good? What is good? Happy Monday. Welcome in. Let's go. Let's go. How are we feeling? Clubhouse, how you doing? Thank you guys for your patience here this morning. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are right on time. Right on time. What up, Zach? What up, Rich? What up, Ken Hard? Danny Cash in the building. DJ Scratches in the house. What up, Danky P? There he is. There he is. What up, Marvin? Good to see you guys. Surge in the building. What's good, Tommy? Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome in. Arrow Sassy in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How you guys doing? Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Good to see you guys. Hope y'all had a great weekend. What up, Wokey? The Big M in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Captain, what's goody? What's goody? What up, Ryder? What's up, Cole? Good to see y'all. Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. What up, C. Melly? Sim Z in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Tony Gold, how we feeling? All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. Welcome in, gang. Welcome in. Well, it's amazing to all be back here together. I'm so grateful that we all made it back. All of us. Maybe some of us didn't. You just never know, but a lot of us have, so let's just be grateful for that opportunity here today, and let's pray real quick, and then we'll start, all right? Let's do it. Father God, we thank you for bringing us back here, Lord. We thank you for the conquest and the mission that you have in front of us. We thank you for the awakening, for the enlightening that has taken place, Lord. We thank you for just the awareness that is just so clear in this moment, in this day. So we thank you for all the blessings upon us, Lord. We thank you for continuing to go before us and make our path straight. We know that the harvest is plentiful, and we just pray that you would continue to send more workers into the field, Lord. We thank you for it. We give you the glory. We ask for your blessing here today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 Let's do it. Let's do it. Welcome in. Cheers, boys and girls. Let's get into it. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another New York live session. It's been one heck of a month, one heck of a year so far, and here we go, continuing on here today. So let's get into it. Let me lower the music just a little bit. That should be right about good. Right about good. Let's talk about it here. Let's talk about the day. We'll talk about the week real quick, get a little bit of the lay of land of what's going on here this week, and yeah, we'll get into it. Let me just fix some things over here. Okay, cool. I think I'm good. All right, let's talk about today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, briefly. Today is Monday. March 9th. It is Monday. Nothing too much here. Actually, nothing at all in the U.S. dollar. headlines here at all today, actually. So nothing here on Monday. Tomorrow, as you can see, it's just straight up yellow. So nothing tomorrow. This week will be a very similar week like last week, where things begin to turn up midway through the week. So Wednesday, right? Wednesday we do start to see some action here, which is the 11th. 8:30 news. We'll have CPI coming out on Wednesday. We'll have the inflation report, which should be pretty interesting this month here. On the 12th here, which is Thursday, we'll also have more 8:30 news, and that'll be unemployment claims coming out as well. Plus, you'll have some yellow folders all throughout the session there into 10:30 and whatnot. But that should be fine here. Just unemployment claims, nothing too crazy. And then on Friday the 13th, we will have... we'll have some CAD red folders here, but we'll mainly have the PCE, the price index, and the prelims coming out. We'll have core durable goods, all that stuff, the month to month, and everything here. So Friday should be a pretty big day. US dollar is all up in the headlines here on Friday after 8:30. So it should be a fun week. Should be a great week. Look, as long as we follow our plan, stick to our game plan, keep the stone cold 8-figure mindset mentality, you will be A-okay here this week. If you begin to slip up and act like a newbie, act like a rookie, and just start drooling over the money, chances are, you might get destroyed a little bit this week. So which one will you choose to do, right? What side will you choose this week? You already know what side I'm choosing. You already know what side the 8-figure traders are choosing, and I hope you choose wisely as well. All right, let's get into it here. Let's talk about the technicals. Let's talk about price action. If you guys can, give the stream a like for me. Let's move over to the charts here, and let's get into it. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Give the stream a like. Sub to the channel. Clubhouse, if you could do that too, that'd be great. Yeah, let me close this door here, and we're ready to rock and roll. All right, cool. You guys ready? Remember, the thoughts you think control the life you live. The thoughts you think create the life you live. All right, let's get into it. Philippe is ready. It's time to go. Hey, yo. We'll talk about golf later, I'm sure, at some point. But let's get into the most important part of the day here, which is going to be the top-down analysis. We'll run through some technicals. We'll look at gold. We'll look at NQ here today as well, and then we'll settle in and see what we can come up with. So let's talk about gold here. This is the daily time frame, and it's starting to look a little... not like we want to see it, man. It was flowing really good here for a little bit, where you had, obviously, let's track back just a little bit again. You had price action kind of create support here. You had resistance as well, and price just kind of broke out. We moved up. We filled the range. We came back down. We closed below support on this bearish candle, and everything was looking pretty good at that point. You had a lot of clean traffic to the left-hand side over here for price to continue moving down, but ultimately, we came back up on this bullish candle right here. We stayed below the range, which was nice, right? We came back up, and then all of a sudden we crashed straight back down here on this bearish candle, which wasn't the worst thing. It was kind of anticipated, kind of expected, especially with that bullish candle, like we said, closing below the range. You had this next candle kind of create resistance, and looked good, man. It looked really good to continue moving down there on Thursday, and then Friday just came in and we never broke the lows, and we basically closed back in the range. So not the greatest closure there on Friday. So now here we are on Monday, just doing some weird stuff, some weird price action. We broke the highs there as we closed back above the range. We broke the lows, so it's just been a really wacky daily candle, it looks like. I haven't actually opened the charts up since Friday, so I don't even know what's going on with this daily candle. So why don't we go look into it here? Let's take a look at the 4-hour, and let's try and see what's going on with Mr. Daily Candle here today. So it looks like we did move up bullish to start the day. We did create resistance, which is fine, right in this level. Also getting that daily top wick or whatever here, and now this 4-hour candle has moved down. It's looks like it's in good position to keep driving south here today. I don't know if there's some support that is beginning to hold things up right about here, but we're gonna have to identify what this is on the lower time frame, like a 1-hour, and see why is this 4-hour candle not continuing to move bearish at the moment. So let's go take a look at the 1-hour. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, 1 hour nasty range. So we got a nasty range on the 1 hour. Price just really consolidating here. You have resistance up here, and this is pretty much your Monday range here today. Just not looking good at all. Bunch of awkward candles here. No closures below yet. So maybe if we do get a closure below, that's where we can confirm that the 4 hour may continue moving bearish. But other than that, you know, we may get stuck in this 1 hour range here today. So let's measure that range just briefly. It looks like it is roughly a 200 pip range, which at the end of the day isn't even that good anymore, right? So at the moment, it's not even that good. But let's take a look at the 30-minute. 30-minute is bearish. We do have support sitting right here on the 30-minute time frame. 15-minute also has some support. It looks like we're opening up here on this 9 a.m. candle after a bullish 15-minute closure. So like I said, it's going to be tough. Going to be tough to take hourly positions here unless what happens is you get a strong wick down right here, break the lows, give the pack runner, we fake out or something, and then we could look to anticipate the fake out for that 1 hour candle to come back up here bullish, and that 4 hour to continue to reject these levels here. So that may be in play, but the only way I do that is if we get a way better pack runner than that. So we'll see. Let's drop down to the 4 hour, the 30-minute again too. Yeah, any sort of like inverted celery or onion play down here may make sense to take price back up, especially if we believe that we're just gonna range around here in this 1 hour range here for the rest of the day. So we'll see. Other than that, the sells below look good. Sells below 90 look pretty good here. Not going to be taking any sells at the moment, but again, if we do get some sort of a bullish closure, right, and then followed up by a bearish closure, that's where we can potentially look to continue these shorts right here. Yeah. That'll also break the 4 hour low again, put us in this clean range, and then that'll be perfect. If not, then I may actually sit on the buys here and see if things work out, because if we can get another push down right into the bottom of the range here, come back up, reject that zone, and show some signs of bullish momentum here, right now we got a nice clean range for price to continue moving bullish. So yeah, let's see. Gonna sit out for like 1 or 2 more 15-minute candles, see where that puts us, and then yeah, if we get the setup, then we'll be in here today. So that's it. That's it. Lovely Monday. Little choppy. Not gonna lie. We're sitting in front of CPI here today and tomorrow. So let's just hang tight and wait for the right opportunities, my friends. Yeah. Okay, 1 hour just nasty. So yeah, probably might need a 1 hour closure today. Might need a 1 hour closure. We'll see. But other than that, everything looks pretty clean for the 1 hour candles to come back into 53. And then if we can move up, you know, we've got these sights set here on like 51.48. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions, comments, concerns? we got a little time change here as well. Yeah, we got a time change. Let's go, Philippe. What up, Positive Mind? What's up, Richard? How you doing? How you doing? All right, cool. So that's that. So we'll see where gold falls in a little bit here. Probably gonna have to wait like at least one more 15-minute candle before I can execute here on anything. So yeah, we'll see where that goes and go from there. We go from there. Is the music louder or is it just me? Might just be me. All right, let's move over to NQ here. Let's take a look at what we can prepare for on the NASDAQ as we approach the open here. Daily time frame. Daily. All right, daily. So daily's just been really choppy. So not much direction here coming from this daily time frame. As you can see, just a lot of range. Just a lot of range, right? We even closed or gapped open here earlier today. So yeah, just a big gap down, and we're starting to come back up. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour moving bullish. 1 hour also trying to make its way up here, right? Just kind of trying to recover from this range here. So you do have resistance sitting right here at 31 on the 1 hour. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. 30 got a little fake out going on. So 30 resistance sitting up here at 52. You also have support down here at 56, and that's pretty much the range. Yeah, that's the range. Let's see, man. If we can get above 63, then we might be able to fill this gap here today. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get closures above, ideally 30-minute closures above this range. Then I think the buys may play out here. Yeah. So we'll just wait. Yeah, 4-hour bullish here. So we'll see. We'll see. I like these though. Let's give it some time. 9:30. The open is coming up here as well in just a few, and yeah, we'll see where we're at. We'll see where we're at. Mr. Playbook in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Z Gamer, how we feeling? How we feeling? Top one, I think, is working for everyone. Yeah, I think so. Clubhouse, how we feeling today? Everyone good? Everybody good. It's a little loud, the music. All right, it should be good. Yay. What up, Danny Cash? What up, what up? Green, how we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? Let's head back over to gold. How was everybody's weekend? Hope y'all had a great weekend. What'd you guys do? Anything good? Anything good? What's up, Tommy? How are you, bro? Did some MMA? Okay. I watched a little MMA. I didn't do any MMA, but I watched a little bit. You golfed? Oh, nice. Hey, we got to golf, man. Speaking of golf, got to get some golf in. Who we got in the clubhouse? Oh, yeah. Great webinar. Great webinar this weekend. Rafi just knows how to word it, man. How to put it. How to phrase it. How to arrange it, man. He's just good at what he does. He's good at what he does. What was your biggest takeaway from the webinar this weekend? What was your biggest takeaway? Passed the challenge for the first time. Let's go. Let's go. TT Golf Day. That would be great. That'd be awesome. Would there be a better day ever? I don't know. Like, TT Golf Day, I don't know if there could be a better day ever than that. Like, I mean, that just does it all right there. Let's see some takeaways. Let's see. What was your biggest takeaway from the webinar? Who got one? Who got a good one? Birthday today. Let's go, Jamil. Oh, Jamal. Jamal in the house. Let's go. I thought that was Jamil. What's up, brother? Happy birthday. The big 3-2. Let's go. Let's go. Hope you have a great birthday and have some fun celebration. Let's get it. See Melly, how we feeling? Any trades in Asia and London? Nah, man. To be honest, this is the first time I've opened up the chart since Friday. So since I left you guys Friday, I really haven't looked at much. Yeah, haven't looked at much. Didn't even look in Asian last night. Didn't even bother looking. I was just enjoying life, man, you know? Sometimes you gotta enjoy life. TT Pickle Day? Yeah, that might be that sheesh, could that top TT Golf Day, Joe? I find that hard to, yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, Pickleball Day, we got to get that going. You guys know once the ranch is put in place, we'll have the pickleball, we'll have the golf, we'll have it all going right on one piece of property. The TT Ranch. Nothing in London. Yeah, everything looks pretty choppy. Let me just take a look at London sesh. Let's go to the 30-minute. Yeah, I don't really see much. No, not much. 130, maybe. Yeah. Little breakout. But other than that, nothing here. Nothing. What's up, Dan? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Let's go. We got the birthdays going in for Jamal in the chat, in the clubhouse chat. Let's go. What pair do I like to trade the most and why? I trade gold because I have the most data. I have the most history, the most experience with gold. So that's the pair that I enjoy trading the most. Oh, Curtis. We got more birthdays, baby. We got more birthdays. Happy birthday, Curtis. 6'7". Yeah, 6'7". All you young weirdos, 6'7". No, just kidding. I know all y'all. Oh man, you guys are funny. Will there be soccer? Yo, there has to be soccer. There has to be soccer. I know you young guys. Let's go. All right. What I consider the same 930 DST. So I got the TW. I got the BW. I got the BOL. DST though. Help me out on that one. On that one. I got the FVG. I know what ICT. I'm getting the 3-letter stuff. I promise. I only used to know TTE. But yeah, if you can help me with the DST thing, I don't know what that means, man. Daylight savings time. I would have never guessed. All right, what was the question again? Would you consider daylight saving time 9:30? Yeah. We're good. So 10 more minutes and we have the legit 9:30. Yeah, we're good. Yo, good morning. What confirmations do I wait for? Let's see. Higher time frame direction, playbook position, clean traffic to the left, high volume, and that's it. Pretty much. What's the lot size do I recommend on MGC? Depends on what account you're trading, but let's say I'm assuming maybe you're trading like a 50K funded account. I would probably go like when it comes to MGC, I would probably do like 5, 10, and 15. 5, 10, and 15. Yeah. For size. So that's how I would do it. So any trade that's like okay, I would either not take that trade, by the way, or I would scale down to 5. If there was like just a regular trade that I'm used to seeing all the time, I would use 10. And then if there's another trade that like it's the same as I like to see all the time, only has like some really nice just extra confluences on it, then I'll go like 15 for that. Oh, MNQ? Oh man, yeah, probably the same. 5 or 10. I'll probably maybe use 2, 5 or 10 MNQ. Yeah. DLST, man. I gotta write that one down now. I gotta write it down. Yeah, the time change over the weekend. I really didn't even know that was coming. Yeah, I didn't even know that was like about to happen. $150 to pass my eval. Should I risk 150? No. You don't. It's not 150 to pass your next eval. It's the next best trading setup will pass your eval. I want you to think about it that way. You don't need 150. You need a good playbook setup. That's it. That's all you need. And you just might get it. You might not, right? But then how do you get it again? Just another really good playbook setup. You just wait on it. So don't force it. Don't worry about RR. Don't try and do anything different. Just ride smoothly, my friend. The same way you got to 150, right? You're here. You're at the door. All you did was take good playbook setups, right? And you don't want to change anything now that you're at the door. All right? You just want to walk through it. Just another good playbook setup and you're in there, my friend. Johnny Gems. Rafi. Sup, boys? What's up? Yes, hey, Energy. What's good? How we feeling?
Yo, what's up, brother?
Hey, how are you?
Yo. Good
up,
morning,
boys?
family.
Yeah.
How we feeling?
What up,
Johnny,
Rafi? What up, Nick?
Nick, how we doing?
Great,
Morning,
man.
boys.
How you
Feeling
guys
blessed.
doing?
blessed, bro. Like we're alive. It's Monday morning. It's gonna be 70 plus degrees out here.
Ooh,
We're here
okay.
with the winners, bro.
Sheesh.
What else can I ask, right?
Yeah, man.
70
Same,
plus, huh?
Same, man.
Sheesh.
Feeling good. Ready to dominate this week, bro.
Same.
Let's
same.
go. Let's go.
Get it.
No
got
other
our-
options.
We
gonna be
got
great.
our potential closures coming up right around 9:30 here. This 4-hour might re-break the low again. So
yeah.
this actually ain't looking too bad. Unfortunately, we didn't get much of a bullish closure on our side yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, I see that.
70 degrees. Wow. That's crazy, man. Congrats to
Finally,
you.
man.
Yeah,
Gotta
thank
get
you.
some
How
nice
about you
weather.
guys? Like 80, 90?
Bro, it's
Yeah,
it's getting hot. Just put it
Let's
like
see. I'm gonna check my weather app right now. Oh, yeah.
I'm all
High-
excited
the
to hear
highest-
about 70.
The highest today is 86.
that. Sheesh. So it's almost 90
yeah, we'll
today.
take it.
Dang.
Crazy. 70s, yeah, that's wild.
Yo, for real. Well,
Insane.
70 for you, Rafi, is lit.
Dude, I'm about to go barbecue out there somewhere.
Yeah, bro. Go have a
Have a
catch
picnic
with
or
the
something.
baseball. For real.
For real.
Yo, word, bro.
Yeah.
All right, let me get the boys up here because I think YouTube is like, where are those voices coming from? Where
Weekend,
are they?
man.
Oh, Magnus is here too. Clinky.
Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, all
Blinky,
three.
blinky.
Clinky.
All the boys are here today. All right.
Monday,
nice
my
and
favorite
early.
day of the week.
Oh, Oi is in here too?
It's Monday. It's Monday. I don't see Mr. Oi.
Oi.
Oh, okay.
I see Mr. Clinky.
Bring him
I
up.
see Mr. Johnny Gems.
Yo, happy Monday.
Hey, how are you?
What's up?
Ooh.
What's up, bro?
What's up,
The
Nick?
King of London.
John, Rafi?
Good morning, man.
How you doing, my brother?
Yo, Ryan, what's
Morning.
good?
Great, incredible.
Yeah. Good to
What
see
about
you
y'all?
guys. Good to see y'all.
Last bro.
Doing really good.
We're here with the family
Fire.
again, man.
Let's get you guys up
Fire,
here. Give me
man.
1 sec.
Back
Love
with the
that.
squad.
1 sec.
Been waiting on this. Been waiting on this day since Friday.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, here they go. Perfect. All
What's
right.
up, chat?
What is good? What is good?
How's everyone doing in the chat? Hope everyone had a good weekend. Great to be back in the markets.
Yes, sir. Another good week coming up here. Almost midway through March. Yeah, almost pushing through towards that range here. So it's been a good month so far. Nothing too crazy. I think we maybe took 4 or 5 trades in the last 5 trading days. So nothing too crazy.
Yep.
Oh, where'd my clubhouse chat go? That's what I'm missing here. Okay, here we go. Cape Town 100. Man, I'm coming to Cape Town. We're going golfing out in South Africa. It has to happen by 2027 the latest. We got to get out there this year.
Sign me out, bro.
We have
I mean-
to.
Bro, I'm trying to go there too, bro. I seen where Cape Town is on the map. I'm like, damn, that's sick.
Yeah.
We got to get there. We got to get there.
For real, bro.
All right, Goldie. Let's see NQ here real quick. Yeah, NASDAQ, we need some closures. So we got a closure above. Everything looks actually very good to go. So closure above, 4 hours still bullish here. So if we do get that closure that we're looking for above 63, that'll also break this 4-hour high here. So if we can break that 4-hour high plus get a closure, we've got this gap here to fill. 9:30 coming in, high volume time. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Might have to wait on 9:45 here today though, the way things are looking on both pairs. So we'll see about
Yeah,
this.
really. I thought the same.
Yeah. What time is it? 9:27. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have much here for 9:30. Nope. But
I mean,
let's check 9:45. We'll wait on it. Vivian Young, how we feeling? How we feeling? We feeling young? We feeling young?
what's up, Vivian?
Rafi,
Mr.
what a webinar! Holy, what a webinar this past
Yo.
weekend.
Yo, facts, bro. Great
That was-
webinar.
Yeah, that was
Dude.
absolutely great, man. And you know what I'm excited about? There are so many winners out here, man, and so many action takers. That right there, the people that took action,
Don't even.
they already 50% changed
Oh my God.
because they already said yes to themselves. They already said yes to to making this change already. Their mind and their souls are already committed to the change. So now you get into the room and I do my thing. It's over. It's over. I'm so
Yep.
excited about that. And most importantly, bro, like, hey, the winners showed up. The winners took action, and yeah,
That's
we're close
it.
now.
Capped.
So,
Capped.
yeah, top. So,
Shh. Nobody
Lovely.
say anything. Nobody say anything. Nobody knows nothing.
yo, you know how I play. I play quiet. You know, I let the other staff make the noise. I play quiet, and here we are. The guys showed up. The guys that need it showed up. They took action, and
Yep.
yeah, I'm excited about it. And if you're interested now, you're gonna have to join the wait list.
Let's go.
That's
Let's
that's
go.
what we're gonna have to do now. But for now, we just focus on whoever is in here for them to make the change and all the things that I said that I'm gonna get for them, and we're on. We're about a week away, so
Yep. Love
excited
it.
about it.
Let's get it. Let's
Awesome.
get it.
Yeah.
Word.
All right, here's 9:30, my friends. So 4 hour being so bearish, it's gonna be tough to take these buys. I know the 1 hour kind of grabbed the pack here, so if we break the high, we should be good to move up. I think I know it's 9:30 and all that great stuff, but personally, I'm gonna be waiting here for probably this. So something like this. If we can break the lows and come, that's really the only way I trade it in this range here today. Is if we kind of break the lows, come down, and then 9:30 closes like that, and 9:45 pushes us up. Other than that, it's going to be tough to trade this range. Just doesn't make that much sense in here. So, yeah, we might move up here on this break of the high, but don't really like it too much. We'll see. Maybe if we can come down, break the lows, and do all that, and close bullish, that's probably my opportunity, but not this one here. A lot of people in Cape Town. Let's go. I like it. I think we'll make our way out to Cape Town. It looks beautiful, man. Them golf courses look just incredible out there. Does Tradeovate currently have an issue? I don't think so. Tradeovate issue?
I don't have any issues on Tradeovate.
No?
Nah, me neither.
Yeah, mine's looking fine and dandy. Looking fine and dandy.
On and Danny.
All right, let's take a look at NQ. Hopefully gold can make that lower wick. Yeah, NQ, we need the closure above here. So, yeah, we may fill that gap just right at 9:30, but not too of my concern. Yeah, Tradeovate looks good
Yeah,
to go
gold.
for me. How was London, boys?
Pure chop.
Straight chop
No
fest.
trades.
Let's see that. This 130 was
no, it's-
aight, but that was still pretty early.
Yeah.
Did you take anything, John?
Yeah, gold dumps. What'd you say?
Did you take anything at all?
Nah, nothing.
Looks pretty choppy. Outside of that one, and that, not even the greatest lower wick there, but other than that, yeah, nothing. Damn.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah.
Not even anything to set up a order. Maybe if that candle had a top
No.
wick.
For real.
Yeah.
here.
We wanted that onion right there, but we closed with no top wick, so
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
So had orders kind of ready there, but yeah, we closed with no top wick, so nothing.
Oh, that was 3 too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. And look, the boys could have got in. I'm sure you guys could have got involved here if you were desperate on the break of those
Exactly.
highs.
That's what we talked about.
Yep, but no top wick,
But
no
we didn't.
entry. Yeah. And it keeps you out of trouble, like Rafi always warns us. You follow the plan, you follow the playbook. See, a lot of people got emotional here in London session. I know they did. I didn't even have to be there, right? And it maybe not in our group, just in general, right? People get emotional. They're ready to go.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
want it. They're like, well, I don't think there was ever a teaching that if this one breaks the high when that one, and they just make up these things and they get involved here, and it's just an unnecessary loss, just an unnecessary trade that just really doesn't need to be taken, and again, if we go back to really, what was the guy's name again, John?
Richard Dennis.
No, the best trade guy. I forget his name.
Jared F. Martinez.
But he said,
Or-
look for the best trades, not the winners look for the best
Alexander
trades.
Elder.
Alexander Elder. right? So if I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what's the best trade of the London sesh, right? I'm not taking that one for sure, right? I mean, maybe again, if this candle had a wick, right, and this one had somewhat of a wick here too, okay, now we're talking. But, you know, with everything we know about candles, this would definitely not be considered, you know, the best trade for sure, and most likely a trade that you can simply just avoid by following the rules that have been set out in front of you. Rules, baby, rules. Rules. Gotta have them rules. Can you tell me if this one was valid here? Let's take a look. So closure, all right, closure. Which candle was it taken on? Which was entry? But if 15 celery right here. Yeah. So that wasn't too bad, but what's the one thing that stands out to you the most? Anything stand out to you with an entry here? Definitely little lower wick, but that one's actually not my main concern here. But yeah, it does have a kind of borderline, like debatable lower wick there. Yeah, you don't have a closure yet. And then how long have we been driving down for? Right, so we're probably driving down from up here. So we've been overextended at this point. So the range has already been filled, right, for the most part. And now if price is going to fill a new range, it's probably going to have to come up, you know, retrace, close back below later, and then fill that range. So just a bit overextended at this point, and yeah. But other than that, the wick, so the wick with the celery play, that's probably like borderline, right? Anything smaller than that is like no wick, but that one's not my biggest concern in this trade. It's probably more so just price, you know, price drove all the way down here, right? So now it kind of needs to pull back. Yeah, a little overextended, that's all. But you know, and it's on most time frames too, right? So if we look here at the 30, we've been driving down. If we look here on the 1 hour, you know, you already had a really big candle that made that move, right? So if getting involved on that 1 hour, like a fade or something like that, that'd be great. But you know, now that we fill those wicks, it's probably time for retracement. But yeah, not bad. You know, 4 hour lows are sitting there too. So, but overextended in my opinion, and that's probably why it didn't play out fully.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
All right, Goldie. Are we gonna move up? 4 hour candle trying to break its own high here. Let's take a look at NQ. NQ actually looks really good to move up on the 4 hour, but you still need that closure. See how we broke the 4 hour high? So a lot of times traders will ask like, "Hey Nick, do you ever like just enter off the break of the higher time frame?" I used to, but then I realized like unless the lower time frame is ready, the higher time frame won't go. Most of the time, right? Not all the time. So yeah, look at this, you know, 30-minute just consolidating, no bottom wick. We pop up, we break the 4 hour high right here, only to drop back down, right? Same deal with the 15, no closure above yet. We break the 4 hour high. Yeah, so same deal with the 1 hour. So yeah, you really need a good closure above the range here for that confidence to be here with this 4 hour direction. So just wait on it. Just wait on it. Little NQ action today, maybe. We'll see. Especially because the candles are so big. Yeah, the candles are also carrying a lot of pips with them as well. So that's also another reason. Yeah, a little overextended. Yep. Classic trader in the building. Let's go. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
What up, Classic?
Silver looks good to move up. I'll take a look at it. Silver. Yeah, silver, daily bullish, 4 hour choppy, 1 hour overextended, 30-minute overextended, 15-minute slightly overextended. So yeah, just wait for a little pullback, some sort of pullback. Maybe even let the buy go here, and then just see if you can retrace, clean range, and then move back up. But yeah, we'll see. 4 hours is not looking that good. Not looking healthy. looks like all we did was get a push. We got a push off the open, but no true direction on anything yet.
Yeah, man. Those are one of those trades just now in gold. I'd rather be out wishing I was in than in wishing I was out. Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Even though it juiced up, you know,
Yep.
up to the top of the range, still glad to stay out, exercise discipline on that.
Yeah, it juiced up, but not in our fashion, you know, so there's nothing wrong with that. Take one trade a session. Does this really make you more profits than a person who takes 5 trades? I have no idea. I'll be honest. I don't even know. I don't know if I
guess
make
it all
more money
depends.
than you, or you make more money than me, or he makes more money than her, or he makes more money than she. I have no idea. I just try and focus on this and the next best trade and the conditions of the market, and that's it. Yeah, I don't know about if one guy takes 5 trades and I take 1 and he risks this, and I'm not too sure. I haven't really thought about it. I haven't thought much about that. Would love for the current 1 hour candle to close bearish below. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all. You know, then we would have that threat there on the 4 hour. We break the high and then, you know, just come right back down. So, yeah, that's not bad either. Why did you not take gold? No playbook setup. That's pretty much it. And just the range. It's not the greatest range here at all.
Yeah, 1 hour nasty range, I see.
Honestly, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm bearish.
bad.
You know, like the 4 hour is technically bearish right now. So my overall bias at the moment is still like sells, right? Like we haven't really had a range 2. We haven't had a range 1 breakout. Never mind a range 2 breakout yet. So I'm actually not falling for those buys at all. Like if price wants to move up, it can, but I'm more so looking to trade. If you notice on my chart, it just says sells below 50.90. So that's mainly what I'm looking for until I get further notice or any sort of change in direction on the 4 hour chart. Yeah, other than that, I'm still pretty bearish here for the session. What up, Ray Slay?
Yeah, it'd be nice. Be nice to see like a tap into support, you know, before we start looking for buys on that 4 hour chart.
At least, yeah, at least. Wiz Buddha, how we feeling? How we feeling? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Gotta wait for the range 3. Bearish as well. Yup. What up, Sam, man? Forex 4 hour candle. Forex 4 hour. Does a doji like big ends reduce overextendedness? Not really. Not really. So sometimes you can get away with like that celery play, you know, where it does kind of like reject or whatever and come back down and close bearish, but that's only sometimes. So, you know, if price has been moving down like this, right, like it's still pretty much overextended. Like I said, sometimes you can get away with it, but a lot of times it's just still going to be just too far down at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
remember too, like a doji candle is like considered like a confused candle where it can't even really make a decision. Like it's a candle that really doesn't have any like confirmation in it. It's like, you know, it closes weak body with 2 long rejection wicks in both directions, right? So that to me is a confused candle, really doesn't know which direction it wants to go. So usually when I see doji candles, the best thing to do is just wait another candle closure
Yeah.
Always.
for more information.
Yeah, all you need is more info. More info.
That's it, bro.
Dojis don't really give us enough information to put money on the line, right? Because again, you got to think every trade you're taking, you're going to put some money out there. So do you really want to just throw money out there like when the information isn't fully presented to you? You know, it's just not smart or anything like that. So.
Yep. And that's a key word right there, information, right? That's what we're patient for. We're patient for the information so we can use that information to take an educated guess, right? To take a trade with the odds in our favor. So that information is super important when analyzing.
Yeah, and then what would make sense? So like the only ways that I really tend to take those overextended breakouts are if at the same time we're breaking through like a 4-hour or a daily high or low. So in this case, like if we were breaking the daily low or the 4-hour low, which we technically are breaking the 4-hour low here. So, but like any sort of higher time frame lows getting broken, that's typically when I'll make an excuse for an entry to be in at the overextended like position. Because there's certain things you got to look at. We'll talk about. Let me just see if we get this closure. But even though some things don't only work, let's say 30 or 40% of the times, if you study those 30, 40% of the times, you can actually create a win rate, an 80% win rate, if you only take the overextended during the 30% of the time that it works. Right? So you can create your own win rate within that. So yeah, we'll talk about that soon too. But all right, what are we going to do here? We got a closure coming up. Yeah, the cells look good. We got a little bit of choppiness on the 15, like to the left here. But other than that, if we get a top wick, volume should push us straight into this wick fill here at 61. So yeah, let's see. So again, same example, only this time we just shattered the 4-hour low, right? So we re-broke the 4-hour low here. If we can come up, make a top wick and re-break the lows, I think this has a very high chance of continuing to move down now that we broke that 4-hour low during a very high time of volume here. So yeah, we're going to need a top wick though. Going to need a top wick.
Yep.
Boom, boom. Will we get it though? There's a lot of volume in the market right now, so we may or may not get it. And if we don't get it, that's fine. All right, because what will we do? Just wait for a little bit better price action and then go from there. Bump, 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 bump. Get my first payout today. Let's go, Jake.
Yo,
congrats, Jake.
W, brother.
Congrats,
W.
bro.
Congrats. A lot of people got their first payouts this past week, so congratulations. I'm not sure exactly how many we're looking at for the current 9 days. I think we were at like what, 25K last week for the first couple days, so I'm sure we're pushing the numbers here in March. All right, Goldie rejecting now. So will we pull back here on the 30? I guess we might as well wait on the 30 closure here. So we get a 30 closure, it might be pretty good. If not, we might stay in this range. Why do you need a top wick? Because we're so overextended at the moment. So even though we just broke the 4-hour lows and all that, we still need a good top wick on this next 15-minute candle here for us to, really get confident in us coming down, right? So that's pretty much why. I think we can, if we wait for the 30 closure here, we also get a 1-hour closure, and I would love, and I mean love, to get a chance to see that 1-hour close below support before we take these sells actually. So yeah, I'm probably going to wait on that. Nice 1-hour closure below would really help us out here, because if that 1-hour candle closes back above, then, we're probably just going to range, a little bit more here. So straight back in the range. I could totally see that happening, and that's why I don't want to trust that 15-minute. If we made the high first and then, broke the lows, that would be much better. But us wicking down like that tells me that we may be rejecting the 15 support over here to the left right there and trying to make a little pullback. So yeah, 1-hour closures are going to be best.
Closure below would even be better too. So like closure below like 30.
Yeah 1 hour 30 closures are great here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think we ran into this same trade I forgot what day last week, but one day last week. Does it matter if it's a bullish or bearish candle as long as the top and bottom wick is there? Yeah, so no, it doesn't really matter. As long as they both have their wicks, then typically everything is pretty good to go. Yeah, because you got to realize, like, if you were to count up all these candles here, right? Just if you have the time, just make a little box, right? And then say, okay, count up all the candles, and then check the percentage on how many candles actually have top wicks and bottom wicks on both bullish and bearish candles. And you'll notice that roughly about like 85+% of the time, candles have both top and bottom wicks. So that's another reason why you really want to see them, because if you're getting into a buy, right, and this candle has no bottom wick, if that math is right that we just did, what's the chances that this candle, if you enter right here, that it turns back around on you? What are the chances? What's the percentage? I just gave it to you. What's the percentage? 85%, right? So that means while you're in this buy position, right, there's actually an 85% chance price will come back on you. I do not like those odds while I'm in trades. I don't want that high of a percentage of price coming back on me. So that's why I wait for that wick to be in play. And then even if I have to get a later entry and not take this one, but that one, I will. Because that one not guarantees, but puts the odds in my favor much more, right? When I have that lower wick, and I'll sacrifice these pips here, right, to be more accurate, so to speak. Yeah. Yeah, I just trade market structure and price action. Yep, pretty much. Really, the main thing I trade is candlesticks. So over the years, I've gotten really good at reading the candles. So that's been like my main hyper focus over the last couple years, is really just trying to understand the language of the candles. Because again, when you have all these indicators, right? And by the way, I don't even think indicators are bad. Anything that helps you make money is good. Anything that helps you see the market better is good. Anything that gives you more clarity and less confusion is good, right? But for me, indicators just kind of messed me up, right? I didn't like how lines were everywhere. Some lines were going this way, some were going that way, some were going this way, some were going that way. I just didn't like it, right? I kid around a little bit, but my point is, when you eliminate all of the indicators, right? So let's just eliminate all. Boom. What are you left with? Candles, right? So you're just left with candles. So candles are like the foundation to all of this. So why not understand the candles, right? And then you don't need an indicator, right? You don't need something else telling you what to do when you already understand the read off the candle itself. So that's pretty much why I chose to focus on that. And I just take trading literally one candle at a time. So
facts, bro. And the thing with candlesticks is, like, in the markets, is history repeats itself, you know? So what you need is just market pattern recognition, right? Once you have that, you'll be able to execute setups over and over again, because patterns repeat themselves over and over again in the markets, because it's history, right? Repeating itself. So if you're able to identify that pattern that repeats itself over and over again, right, that could be your play, you know, that you live off of, for real.
Yeah. Literally live off of. Like, live off of. Like,
You do.
you want to hear how powerful this skill set is? Hold on. Listen to this.
I work with this guy, bro.
Listen to this real quick. Listen to this. This is how powerful what you're trying to learn is, right? The other day, you guys see me make, on one of my trades, $7,000, right? I took that $7,000 and I put it down on a house for my family to spend the summer in New York in. One trade.
Yeah,
Wild.
That's the skill set that we're talking about getting good at here. That's the skill set that we're saying, hey, it's worth, right, maturing and becoming responsible and treating it like a business and understanding probabilities and getting really good at it, right? Because little did I know when I first started trading that one day I would be able to make enough in one trade to spend a whole summer in New York if I wanted to. Right? So that's the power of what we're doing here. So is it worth it? Is it worth it to you to get responsible, to mature up, and really begin to treat this thing like a business? I think it's worth it. Rafi, what were you going to say?
Yeah, no, I met this guy that I work with. He made his living out of one pair, one setup, one time frame, one session.
Boom.
Bro, and it was Aussie dollar. That was the pair.
Aussie dollar, one pair, one session.
One
Too
pair,
easy.
one session, one entry. Like, we have like the breakout, we have the onion. No, this guy was just one thing only in one pair, one setup.
Literally.
And he is comfortable, more than comfortable. So, that says it a lot. Like Johnny said, that you can just live out of. Just that little thing.
Literally.
Facts,
Just
bro.
one
Like
trade a
markup.
day, one trade a week.
Yep. Like Nick said, if the markets do the same thing every day, then so should we, So it's all about identifying that pattern and sticking to it.
Yep. Clubhouse, we trade 3 sessions. Asian, London, and New York sesh. Yeah, they're all live, and then if you can't make it live, you can watch the replay. The instant replays. Less indicators, less noise. Yeah, I agree. And again, if you like indicators, I mean, some traders I know, they operate really well in the chaos of it all, and that's fine too. Everyone's brain works slightly different. Me, I'm not that smart, so I need it to be like as simple as it possibly can be, so that way I can understand it and get a read on it. Other traders, they're a lot smarter than I am, I promise you, and they use like very good indicators and allow that stuff to guide them. But yeah, it just depends on how your brain works, really. How come we don't mark 50, 75 as support and resistance? It is because we're clean on the 1 hour. 75, 50, 75. 50, 75. Oh, this level here? 72, I see. I'm not sure why 75, but yeah, I'm not sure. I like this clean range here to the left, though. So that's probably why I'm not using anything at 75, because I know if we break the 4-hour low, chances are we can continue down, fill that wick there. So that wick is basically right here. That's where I'm looking to close partials and then see if we can kind of fill the full range there. But yeah, and another reason too is when you got a lot of volume like 930, chances are those little minor levels don't really stand a chance when it comes to the move down. Yeah, 15 minute. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, I mean, that's a reason why I'm being pretty picky right now too. So these are reasons that I like, again, if we would have made that top wick first and broke the low, I wouldn't really care about this. But the candle showed us a sign that it popped down, tapped into it, moved back up. So now I'm not that sure, right? So now I need to wait for an actual closure so that way I can see, okay, is the volume still there? Is the momentum still there? Are we going to get another top wick? Are we going to re-break the 4-hour low? Because that's where my entry would be. So yeah, I just got to wait here on the closure. We'll get a 30 closure here too. So this will be pretty nice. Can we trade with top ones trade over 8 yet? I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the 15 minute. Yeah, I see it. And again, that's what kind of kept me out once we didn't get the movement on this candle exactly how we wanted it. Yo, this looked like that one dude in UFC this last week. That young kid. That dude had his face was legit made for fighting. This dude's face was flat, bro. Like legit. Just flat, like a brick wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the 15-minute candle closes above the range, I'm going to be looking at 30 closures here. So we're going to get a 4-hour closure and all that stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. 4 hours going to potentially close at support. So we'll see about that. 1 hour has more range to go though. So I like the 1 hour closures. I like the 30-minute closures. It's just the 15 now and the 4 hour that kind of mess with us here on these shorts. So yeah, we just gotta wait, gotta wait for candles to present the information here. So we'll see. 1 minute for the closure on the 1 hour, and we'll see where we go from there. Kind of sucks now that we're down in the 4 hour support.
Yeah, I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And overextended on 30 minutes.
Daily though, daily.
Yeah, but
Daily is very choppy, but we'll see.
Monday.
Monday.
Typical.
Yeah. Man had a straight up face for fighting, I'll tell you that. Yeah. He did win though. Yeah, there he is. He beat like
That was
a
nice, bro.
37-year-old dude too. This guy's like 20 or something like that, right?
21.
20, 21?
Yeah. Yep.
Could you imagine trying to knock this dude out? His face is flat. Like his face was made to get punched. Yeah, he actually did pretty good.
Oh man.
Damn.
Yo, Jeffrey, hit us up on email. We'll take care of everything for you, bro. Yeah, we'll get it all settled. I think we're just about fully over to WAP now. By the way, gang, I think I hit just about every one of my 90-day goals in the beginning of the year. How about you? How you doing on them New Year's goals? You do know we're at the 90-day mark now, right? Like, how are you doing? This is like a check-in. This is my reminder to you to go back into that notebook. There were some goals that you wrote down in January. Where are you at? You know, where are you? And if you're accomplished, amazing. Let's get it. Like, great job. Way to focus, way to lock in on this. And congratulations. But if you fell off, I think it's time to revisit that notebook page, man. You got to revisit the page. You got to open it back up. We're only in March. There's still plenty of time left in the year. Don't leave your goals back behind there, right? Pick them back up and let's get them done. Time to set new goals. Time to set new 90-day goals, yeah? By the way, I would highly encourage you guys to set 90-day goals. I love 90-day goals. They're like mid long term, right? If you got like a long-term yearly goal, you can really catch a lot of momentum if you just focus on 90 days at a time, right? 90-day run. We used to call it back in another business I would build it. We go on a 90-day blitz, 90-day run, right? We just push every day. That you got to think about your goal every single day. And that's the important part of like what we talk about writing your goals down in the morning and, you know, staying in check with yourself, because if you don't write them down, you forget about them. You put them off, you know, you slack a little, 1 day, 2 days goes by and you're like, all of a sudden you forget about your goals. So I know that back in the day I would set goals in January, and by January 15th, 18th, I had already kind of forgot about them. So here's a friendly reminder, if that is you, right, out of everyone here, I know someone has slacked a little. Pick it up, see why you slacked, when you slacked, what caused it, and figure out exactly what you need to do to get back on track. All right. Quit my job to trade full time? Hey, yo, let's go. I don't see why not, especially if you got the skill set. Will Asian sessions start 1 hour early UK time? I think so. If the UK hasn't changed their clocks yet, then yes. Yeah, we've already changed ours. So I think you guys are what, in 2 weeks from now? I still don't know why this is even done. Why is this not?
Yeah, right.
Why is this not? Why is this still going?
Someone who wanted to make things complicated, I guess.
Someone really wanted to confuse our, I don't know, circadian rhythm.
Yeah, right.
Set my goal last year, and I'm a full-time trader now. Let's go. How many Clubhouse members we got full-time trading now? Let's freaking go. W, family victories, man. Even if you guys aren't making a gazillion dollars, like, remember, I mean, we used to talk about most families, if they just had an extra 5 G's a month coming in, their whole life would change. So that's what we've been working on. You know, we've been working on helping people create an extra 5, 10, 15 G's a month in their trading. Nothing too crazy, right? It's one thing to do it once, but it's another thing to continue to do it, right, and get good at it. So what we've been able to do is we've been able to help certain individuals, right, the hungriest ones, start to really put together like a 10K plus monthly income in their trading. So it's been amazing to see you guys win at these levels. Daylight savings, yeah, it is pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb. Set my goal last year in December. Yeah, I love that, man. Congratulations, Marvin. Feels good to trade full time, right? You gotta be responsible though. You gotta take it serious, like. But if you do that, man, sheesh, it's a beautiful life.
Yes, sir. It's like any job, man, right? Gotta do your job. You do your job, you get paid.
That's right. Let's go. Claim it, Luke.
Really not much different than any other job, in my opinion.
It's really not. You know, you go to your job and you have a certain protocol. You come here and you're like, I'll do whatever I want. Like, yeah, that's really going to get you financially independent. Do you like really think?
Yo. Yeah, you have a certain protocol here as well, for real.
Yes. And man, I thought that too. Like coming up in the game early on, I thought, you know what? This will be easy. This should be no problem. Not a problem at all.
It's really different too when you think about it. Like, do I want to build someone else's dream or do I want to build my dream? You know, when you get really good at this game and you really think about that, that's when you take that leap, for real.
Yep. Yeah, somebody asked me, a friend of mine, they asked me, you know, like, what was it? Like, you know, how did you detach from the results when you needed them the most? And like, that's a great question. And honestly, I don't even know if I have words to explain it. I just looked myself in the mirror and I said, it's my time. It's my time right now. It's my time it's my time for my seed's been growing. I've been building the foundation. I've been doing the work. It is my time right now, and I will not take no for an answer. And I just started cleaning up my act, and the profits started rolling in. So it's almost like there's no words to describe the lock-in, right? It's just we just locked in and believed that we could do this and succeed, and I did it, you know, and that's pretty much it. And again, that belief helped me to make better decisions at the desk. I had already blown so many accounts at that point. I've already learned so much, and at that point, I just said, it's my time. You know, I've had enough reps. I've got enough experience. I've seen what works. I've seen what doesn't work, and it's time for me to win in life and win big. And that was it. I just stepped into it and, you know, just didn't take no for an answer. Said, it's my time. That's it, period. And I won't make the same mistakes as I used to. And I'm going to get my wife. I'm going to get my kids. And we're going to live a great life here. And then we're never going to have to go back to the 9-to-5 job as long as I can remain responsible, right, and mature at this desk. So as long as I can come in and follow protocol, follow my job, because I started to realize, okay, I'm not getting lucky. There's a reason I'm succeeding consistently here. And it's almost like golf. Like you when you first come into playing golf, you think you need to hit the ball super hard. Like you think you need to crush the ball as if like the tool, the club itself won't do the trick for you, right? The club will do the work. So I just realized, you know what? The playbook is doing the work. I don't need to be Mr. Superhero here, right? As long as I could follow this protocol, follow this playbook, follow the system, I will continue to get the results. So that's one thing that helped me too, was I finally realized I wasn't getting lucky. Because when you go from not profitable to profitable, who's been there? You have the period of time where you're like, is this luck? Like, am I just like doing good right now? Or like no. And I'm here to tell you, like, if you're following the system and following the plan is getting you the results, then it is not lucky. You can keep doing that. As long as you keep doing that, you will keep doing that. Does that make sense? Like, as long as you keep your foot on that gas pedal and stay locked in on that system, you will get the results. So you're not, it has nothing to do with luck or anything like that. You just you're locked in now. So
yeah, facts, bro, because there's really no secrets. I mean, follow the process, right? So I think for me, it took, like you said, Nick, like self-awareness and understanding, you know, like that's what makes me detach from the outcome is, you know, the awareness and understanding that me chasing the outcome is going to make that run away from me, right? But being aware that the outcome comes from the process makes me attached to the process more so than the outcome, right? So self-awareness and understanding will help you big time.
Yeah. And it's easy to tell who makes money and who doesn't, because the ones that make money have no problem sticking to what makes money. The ones who don't make money, they're all over the place. So like, hey, can we buy here? Can we sell there? Can we do this? Can we do that? Chances are you make no money. Because if you actually made money, you would realize how good it is and you wouldn't deviate from what brings it in. Right? Does that make sense? So a lot of times the reason you don't take trading too serious, or as serious as maybe I do or somebody else, is because you've never paid, you've never paid your mortgage with it. You haven't paid your rent with it. You haven't taken your mom out, your wife out. You haven't paid your mom's rent with it yet. You haven't done anything special with any of that money. So you don't realize how important it is to stick to the plan, right? To like, it's as serious as a heart attack, right? To make sure that you are taking your trading business serious, because once you realize that the money can book you a summer trip, or the money can pay off your debt, or the money can retire your wife, then you begin to realize, okay, I'm not deviating ever, right? I'm sticking to this plan no matter what. So
No, for real, bro. That's why we always encourage like people who say like, it's my first payout. Should I take this like $500 here? Even though it might not seem that much, it's still that money you get. And not just on an online screen or in a prop firm or something like that. Just take the payout, feel the money, and see how it feels, and go use it on something, just even for fun. Just go out, have a nice dinner or do something so you can actually see trading can get you the stuff.
yep.
Something that I've seen also is that a lot of people just they're so focused on getting the money, and then once I get paid, then I start doing this like properly. I start doing this. I just want to get these $1,000 quick.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just a way of them approaching the game. Do it seriously from the beginning, right? And then you might get a small payout. That doesn't mean anything. You already got, you already broke through. You do it again, now it's a little bigger. Now you get more accounts. Now you continuously do what got you that little bit of money first. Whenever you start doing that, you see that the money start coming in. So don't rush for the money right away. Focus on doing what's gonna get you the money consistently. That's it. Because that's what I see. I see people like, if I get just 500, it's just like they're wanting to prove that they can get it. Nah, do it before you get it. It's like believing that you can get it before you have it. And this is something that we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
So be serious first, and then let the rest happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've never once hung out with a bunch of profitable traders and they said, yo, guys, now that I'm so profitable and I've been making all this money, I think I'm going to decide to like maybe start following an edge, or like I might even start to look into like a system that's profitable and just follow it. Or you know what? Now that I'm profitable and I made all this money, I'm going to start thinking, I'm actually going to think about being disciplined here and there. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Yeah. Like it just doesn't happen that way.
I start journaling now.
Yeah. Now I'm going to start journaling. Like I haven't seen it, right? And again, you've got these exceptions here and there, but like I haven't really seen that. It's always been, do the thing, then have the power, not have the power and then do the thing, right? It's as ancient as ancient can be. Oh my goodness, we're not going to get one bullish candle here. Not one. Interesting. All right, we got 2 minutes on a closure. We'll see here. We grabbed the pack. 4-hour candle now breaking the lows here. So we'll see. This is dangerous though, because 4-hour candle has wicked out of here quite a few times. So we got to make sure this is exactly what we want. Boom, 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 boom. Where'd my tools go? Oh, here they are. How'd they get up here? All right, we got some closures coming up. Again, we got this 15-minute support here that's bugging us a little bit. So we'll see if we can get a closure below, and then there might be some opportunity, right? If that 4-hour can re-break its own low and tap us in after a top wick. So there's still clean range to move down. We'll see how that goes. I can see that 4-hour candle fill in this wick here if we're going to continue to break lows here today. So. Shorts are not as risky as we closed bearish. Yeah, I mean, the shorts aren't as risky now that we're actually bearish and breaking through the lows. Obviously, we still need a closure below the range, and we also need a top wick. And, there's a couple things that we need to continue to stack the confluences here. So first things first is we need a closure. So we'll see if we even get that and go from there. Dun, 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 dun. Garbage price action. I know. Let's check out NQ here. Do we get an actual closure, bottom wick, all that, or are we still ranging? Oh, we're bearish. Wow. NQ nasty today. Look at that 1 hour. A little bit overextended, yes, a little bit overextended. That's why we really need to wait on all these confluences here. Which again, you know, we haven't even closed below yet, so there's no rush. First thing we need is a closure, all right, and then a bottom wick, and then a top wick, and then a re-break. There's a lot of things that need to happen before we even jump into these cells. So yeah, just gotta hang tight.
It's a lot of ingredients to this cake.
Yeah.
You can just put it in the oven without all the ingredients.
There's a method to the madness, man. I promise you.
I know. Wait.
I don't know what the record is
cooking
on
right now.
OBS, but whatever that record is, there's a method to it, right? And it's patience, it's discipline, it's checking the boxes, it's making sure things are all lining up, not just one thing. So we will not get the closure, therefore we will not have an entry there.
Nope, nothing.
But some people, they're in. Because they just had to get in a trade today. But I would advise you to be more patient, be more disciplined, because this range could be a little tough here. Hey, you guys ever heard of a no trade day? Man, I remember the first time I realized, you know, there could actually be a possibility we don't take a trade today, right? Because that's when I started following the system. And remember when I said, you know what, it's my time. I'm going to follow the trades. I'm going to follow the system. And if I don't do good, then I'll just blame it on Raja or something, right? And what happened? I started following the system, and then I realized, you know, okay, there may be certain times where the trade just isn't there, right? And I thought to myself, wow, I could actually just not take a trade that day and come back the next day or the next session and make, you know, money and take a good trade at that point. So yeah, sometimes there's just not going to be a trade, but we'll see.
And guess what? Most of the time, a no trade day avoids a red day. So now you gotta ask yourself, would I rather take no trade today, or would I rather have a red day, right? And put myself even more behind. So yeah, I'd rather take no trade than have a red day.
Yo, because I would force the trade, instead of the no trade day, I'll take the red day, and then the next day I'd have to come back from it. So
Right.
guess what? Even though I got it back, it was a break even day. So it's kind of like a no trade day. So what I could have done was avoided the trade on the first day, took the no trade day, and then took the good trade on the trading day and actually been green and not break evens. But you see now I had the no trade day regardless. Because the day that I was green, I had to make the red day back. The red day that shouldn't even been there because it was a forced trade. So you see how the market going to even you out regardless.
Yep. So it shows you patience and discipline pays more than trades.
Yeah.
Literally. Just think about that.
Market's like, we'll take that back. There's your no trade day.
Yep.
How'd you get to the point where not taking trades on your own as a new trader? So you mean like when, like, let's say Raja or Don got off the stream, like how did I stop trading when they stopped trading? Is that what you're asking?
Having a system to follow. That's the key.
If that's the question, I'll be honest, I'm pretty stubborn. I'm pretty hard-headed. I couldn't afford any more challenges, bro. Like, I legit could not afford to take trades. At one point, I have the card still. It's buried in a box over here. I wrote, I will not take a trade unless Don takes a trade, and I signed it. Nick Stewart. I'm making a move. I'm making a decision. Yo, because I would blow my accounts almost all the time. So they would get off the session. They'd be like, man, price action really sucks. It's not that good. I think I'm just going to have a no trade day and, you know, just hang out and go about my business. And I'd be like, well, that's good for them. But, you know, I need to I need to make trading work for me, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna stick around here, see if I, who is completely uneducated and unprofitable, can see any good moves coming up here today, right? And of course I would, yeah. And then typically because I was uneducated and unskilled, I ended up blowing those accounts, and I just got to a point where it's like, dude, I can't even afford another account. I have to save this account for tomorrow, right? To have my best chance of learning and succeeding. So yeah, sometimes you just get to the point where you like hit rock bottom and you can't afford to even do anything stupid. So I wish I'd known that probably 15 accounts before I came to that realization, but hey, I often hear that your struggles, the reason you go through them is to sometime later down the road in life help other people get through those struggles as well. So I don't know. Maybe I had to go through that to teach some of you guys here. I'll take it. I'll consider that the story.
Yeah, man. Like we said, bro, I mean, what's going to make things so much easier is logical guidance, right? You show up here and you plan the trade and you trade the plan. Like I made a couple plans here of different setups that I'm trying to take. Mm-hmm. If those do not show up, then I'm not doing anything, right? Yeah. I have logical guidance for this whole session here. So I'm guided by logic, which is my trading plan.
Yep.
So nothing emotionally should tempt me here. I'm logical.
Yep. But you know what happened too through that? Started getting really good. And then I also noticed that those guys took some, sometimes they had a no trade day on stream, but then they would take a really good trade like at some point later in the morning or the afternoon. And I man, how are they able to read that? So that's when I started really just trying to independently get a better read on the market, right? And trying to line up my analysis with theirs and try and get my thought process like their thought process was. And that also took time, that was a process, a learning curve in itself. But eventually now I was able to see the markets like they were able to see it. So they would take a trade and I would go, oh man, that's awesome. I took that same trade. Or let's say I didn't take it because I was scared, right? But I thought it was a good trade. I'm like, oh man, I was thinking about taking that same trade too. I'm glad to see that they took it. So I started to notice that the education that they were giving me online was beginning to help me offline, right? And I was starting to pick things up and eventually start to, develop the eye for it myself. The biggest issue is I try to push through combines trying to pass them. Exactly. And guess what? That has legit nothing to do with real trading. So prop firms bring in a whole nother dynamic that shouldn't even be here, right? So again, a real trader doesn't have an issue with that because they don't trade combines. They don't even, if you said that to them, they'd be like, what's a combine? A combine? Like what? Right? So it's like these prop firms, they add so much unnecessary goals, predicaments, just challenges, rules, regulations. And all that.
You gotta lose money.
They make it way harder.
Oh my goodness! So
bro,
none
trading's
of
already mad hard on a live account.
Exactly. So none of that actually really factors in when you're really trading, right? So that's not a problem, right? We can still impose our will on prop firms, which we have, by the way. You just have to learn to see the game differently. So again, there's the game, and then there's the ones that can see it a little bit differently and glitch that game, which is what I believe we've been able to accomplish here, right? We've had well over $2 million in payout profits over the last year between all these different companies. So I personally think we've been able to impose our will and, learn the game, but a lot of traders don't. And a lot of traders still, again, force trades to hit certain targets and, just goals that they shouldn't even have in the market, right? Again, you should have it for trading your combines, and I get why you have it, right? But those goals actually shouldn't even be there when it comes to trading. So yeah, and someone asked earlier, hey, I just need 150 to pass my target or pass my prop firm account. I want to try and guide your mindset and say, you know what? No, you don't need 150. Okay, technically you do. But all you really need is a really good A+ setup. That's the main focus. So when you have 150, you're like, man, all I need is 150, right? And so what happens is You go, you know what? I'll take the sell. Screw it. It's only 150. I only need 150. I should be able to get it on the put. Meanwhile, there's no setup, and you're like, you know what? But it should push. It should just get a push, and all I really need is the 150. And once I get the 150, I mean, I'll never do that again. I mean, if it just wicks down and hits, I mean, I'll be good. And then then I'll go on my XFA, and then once I'm on the XFA, I promise. I mean, I'll never do that stuff like that, right? But you will, right? Because now you're going to be X amount of dollars from a payout. And you're going to do that. And you're going to try and pull that card. And I'm telling you, you will get destroyed over time by trying to do things like that. But again, that's where the prop firms mess you up. They say, oh, all you need is 150. Or, hey, man, we're right there. And you come into the market with these preconceived goals that the market doesn't give a rip about, right? The market don't care about your goals and how much you need and what you want, right? So you try and bend right on what's happening and try and convince yourself. You guys ever see me convince myself to get into a trade, or do you typically see the market convince me? Yeah, it's crazy how this works. So again, if you can understand that now, you can play the game a little bit better moving forward, right? It happens. Best of luck, everyone. Trust me. And again, I've been through every stage of the trader outside of like the multi-million-dollar stage and the 8-figure trade. I haven't gotten there yet, but all the broke parts, all the crappy parts, I've been there already. So I know exactly what this is like. Yeah.
You're so right, bro.
This is why this is a mental game, man, because they're hypnotizing you to do something that is not the real game. That's what it is. They're luring you to $150. I need it. No, you don't. Because when you're trading, you know what I'm saying? You're not thinking, oh, only 100 or 200. No, you just see the setup. You get cash out, and you know what I'm saying? Like if you have your own account, like you're not thinking about that. And the real game is not played that way.
Yeah.
So this is something that I've talked to a lot of traders. Do you actually want to play the game? Do you want to be a trader? Because for you to be a trader, you got to play the game how it's played in the real market. Now, if you just want to be doing prop firms, then you are prop firm traders, completely different game. They're your boss. Because, I mean, you don't get paid whenever they tell you get paid, right? Like, you have to hit their things, their targets and the rules, and they're constantly changing. Just try to get you mentally and emotionally off balance.
Yep.
So do your thing, get the skill set, get your own account, be your own boss at that point.
Be your own boss, baby. But can you? Are you a boss enough to boss yourself around? That's what a real boss. Everyone says I'm a boss, but they all got bosses. So you can't be a boss with a boss. You know what I'm saying? I hate when, hey, y'all gonna have to talk to my boss's boss about what your boss ain't a boss, all right? Your boss ain't a boss. So like, if you got a boss, you ain't a boss, right? So can you be your own boss when it comes to this game? Remember, you're in the jungle here. They don't come around. The zookeeper ain't coming around to feed you. It's up to you. And if you make mistakes, you ain't eating. You ain't eating. So can you hold yourself accountable? Can you be your own boss? I believe you can. I think it's well worth it. Everyone out here bumping Rick Ross on the way to work, though. You know? Come on.
If you know, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just say it,
bro,
man.
I love that one. I'm going to clip it.
Easy to scream a boss. I'm a boss. Harder to be one.
I'm a boss.
Let's go, Jamil.
Just made my day, bro. As a matter of fact, I'm going to use that one for my gym today.
Rick Ross.
That's funny.
Yo, you become a full-time trader, you can start bumping that, bro.
There you go. There you go.
No full-time trading, then you can't bump that.
It's going to be your ringtone.
Yeah, for real.
I'm a boss. I'm a boss. Text message from your boss. You're 2 minutes late, John.
Yo,
we need you here ASAP. Oh, damn. Oh, man. What's your idea about NQ? Let's take a look. We need closures on NQ. Closures above the range. I think our 4-hour close. Did we close bullish? Oh, we actually closed bearish here. So, okay. So that switches things up a little bit here on the NASDAQ. So we're obviously ranging a little bit. We do have clean traffic coming down to the downside here. And we are bearish at this point on the 4 hours. So let's take a look. You know, if we get closures below here, and we start breaking through those 4-hour lows, and there's definitely a high chance we get ourselves pushing into like 51 here today. So yeah, that's pretty much my idea on NQ. We'll see if we get it. There's been a lot of pushback here from this support level, so a lot of rejections. We're just ranging, you know, a lot of rejections up top, a lot of rejections to the downside. Looks like Monday, right? So if the candles could spell Monday, that's what it would say right here. So yeah, we just need closures. That's it. Ideally, if you can get that closure, like a bullish closure here, then a bearish one, so that way at least we have a resistance to sell off of, right? Some resistance here, then there's an opportunity for sure. Holy! How many sessions do you trade in the clubhouse? I think we answered that one already. Asian, London, and New York session. All of them. How many sessions do you trade? A lot. A lot. Yeah, all sessions are traded in the clubhouse.
Yeah, and this closure or what?
We got a closure, yeah, in 30 minutes. I'm sorry, 30 seconds here. 30-minute closure in 30 seconds. So let's see how we do. Could be some opportunity here. 4-hour rejecting out of support now.
Oh yeah.
1 hour also broke the lows, rejecting here this support as well. So
But
yeah,
still, 30
we'll
minutes.
see. Yeah, let's see if we can get a closure above.
Yeah, need that closure above.
Yeah, we've had a lot of wick rejections here, so we definitely need a good 30 closure.
Nice wick to fill in that 30-minute.
Where am I from? Wakanda.
Oh,
Catch.
No question.
Wakanda.
Nothing.
all right, well, at least I don't have to think about making a decision. I can just make a decision.
Full margin.
Full margin. Do I have a position where you can work and stuff and all that? A diploma? Oh, trust me, I don't care about your diploma. I don't hire guys with diplomas. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. If you email us info@timedtrading.com, then yeah, we'll see. Maybe send us an email with some of your skill sets, and we'll see if there's like anything that we can help you with. Yeah. Let's see. Is your mic on? Oh, that's funny. Buys in gold. Yeah, you can take them, but we never closed below, or never closed above here. So I'll probably hang tight and see if we can get a 1 hour closure. 15, you know, close strong, but again, below these ranges here. So 4 hours still bearish too, by the way.
Patience.
How do we get into the clubhouse? Love your work. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Just hit clubhouse, exclamation point clubhouse in the chat, and you guys can pull up and join all the live sessions with us. I also have a full trading course in the clubhouse that basically breaks down everything I look for on a day-to-day and all that good stuff. Got a ton of pre-recorded content in there that you can go through and learn everything you need to learn legit to become a successful trader. It won't be easy. It won't happen overnight. But if you dedicate yourself to it and you ask good questions on the live streams and whatnot, you can 100% be where you want to be. To go futures on MGC, yeah, not a bad idea. I would go MGC now, unless you have like a bigger account. But being that the ranges are so big here on gold, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm going MGC on a lot of my funded accounts, so yeah, good idea. Good idea. When you're looking at the higher time frame buys, for example, 4 hour, how many candles do you look at to decide if the 4 hour is bearish? So that's a good question. I usually obviously I want to tell the whole story, because if I only look at this candle, then I have to say, okay, we're bearish, right? But there's a little bit of a story to it, and this is why the question's so good. It's like, how many candles do you actually look at? So not that many. Like, I would say in this situation, I'm looking pretty much anything to the left does not matter to me. So I'm pretty much looking from here on, right? None of that matters. So I want to see, okay, I'm bearish. That's right. That candle did close bearish. But where am I bearish, right? What's the story now? So what I see here is I see that although that candle closed bearish, it already moved off of a resistance. It already filled the range and tapped the target. So that kind of throws my just bearish idea for a loop a little bit, right? Because I'm like, okay, we already moved down and kind of tapped into a target now. So although the previous candle's bearish, do I really want to still take sells, right? If that candle had already moved a bit. So that's where I look at all these other candles, right? And I see, okay, well, we got a support here. We got a resistance. Maybe we're just ranging right now, right? Maybe the 4-hour candle is just going to pretty much play this range, right? From 76 here today up to like 51.39 or whatever this is. So now it's like, okay, am I at the top or the bottom of this range? I'm at the bottom, right? It's like, okay, cool. So now I could probably say, although we're bearish, we already tapped target, we already tapped support. So now if I can find some information on the lower time frame to support the idea that although we're bearish, we made the move and we may pop out of this zone, I'm going to actually go take buys, right? So if I only looked at the one candle besides me, which is this one, then I would have one bias and it would be bearish, right? But because I'm telling the story from all the other candles, I can now put together the overall correlation of it, right? So I'm still open for sells, right? As our previous candle's bearish, right? Just because we're at support doesn't mean we have to stop there, right? We've seen that happen plenty of times. And then you'll have the wick to fill here. So I'm still open to taking sells. It's just now it's a matter of, will we get closures, right? So if we go down to the lower time frame now I could probably use this information and we say, okay, cool. Well, you know what? There's a support here, right? There's also a range right here. We haven't really closed outside of that range. We've got a lot of rejections on the 15 from that area, a lot of rejections on the 30. So at this point, without a bottom wick on the 30 and a closure above, I'm going to remain bearish. Right? Because why? Because this may be a 4-hour top wick. This candle could come crashing down like this, end up closing bearish, and now I might be interested in filling that wick or, waiting for an actual closure below to go ahead and, move about in that range down there. Like I said, just because the 4 hours at support doesn't mean it has to stop there. So again, it really comes from telling the story on the 4-hour and then jumping down to these lower time frames and looking for the writing on the wall, so to speak, right? Like what are these candles telling you about that story from the higher time frame? And then you just put it together like that. And again, it takes time to understand this and repetition, and it takes a lot, right, to kind of sit here and understand this. So just hang tight. Trading is one of those things where the more reps you get, the better you get, similar to any sort of like sport or any skill, any skill that you went to put together, right? If you were a carpenter, right? If you did that once a month, you probably wouldn't be as good as if you started doing it once a day, right? You probably learn the tools a little bit better, understand how to use them, right? And all that good stuff. So same thing here with trading. It's, as you begin to show up here and do the work, the reps begin to count up, like stack up for you, and you begin to train the eye. And again, that pattern recognition is everything. Pattern recognition, baby. The signs of a genius. The signs of a genius. Good question, though. Good question. Yo, what up, Mark? Good to see you, man. Good morning, brother. Chart time is key.
Mark?
Yep, chart time and execution. Exactly. If I was going to learn Spanish or French or Chinese or Japanese or any of them, right, what would be probably my best benefits? It would be my tutor, right? So it would be chart time, and then it would be me actually conversing, right, and speaking in it. So that would be execution. So you see how it plays the same no matter what, whether it's you're learning a language, a skill set, trading, anything, right? It always takes a little bit of time in the beginning, right, to learn, to fine tune, to adjust, to see how things work, find your flow, find your rhythm, and then from that point it becomes second nature. Same thing as driving, same thing as learning an instrument, right? Everything is an instrument, gang. Everything. Even you're an instrument. Chinese, Japanese, Swiss cheese, all the cheese. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing, right? When you guys first learned how to drive a car, what did you do? You put your hands on the steering wheel. All of a sudden you had to focus. Okay, I got to make sure my mirrors are right. I gotta put the car in gear, but hold on, first I got to put my foot on the brake or foot on the clutch, right, and make sure I can get it in gear. And the first couple times you do that, you're focused on every little piece of the puzzle. But what about now? Now I bet you just get in your car, start it up, text the whole time, view social media. You don't even look at the road anymore, right? Because muscle memory, repetition, right? You've done it over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where you don't even have to, it's second nature. You don't even think too much about it. You just know. Any of you guys ever leave work, you get home, you go, how the hell did I get home? Oh my God. Even if you weren't staring at your phone, you ever go into like a little bit of a daydream, and you can daydream and drive home because you've done that so many times. That's why you ever move from a house, right? And then one day you just drive back to that house because you're not used to driving to your new house, right? You used to leaving work and going home, but now you got a new home, but your muscle memory doesn't quite pick that up, right? So there could be a time where you actually go back to your old home, right? Because you've just done that. You've been in that rhythm so many times. And again, that could be a little bit of a disadvantage in trading where, if you've been trading a certain way that hasn't really benefited you, and then you come and try and trade a different way, you could revert back, right? Your muscle memory could just automatically drive back to the old house. But you got to consciously stop it there and say, no, I don't live here anymore. I live there. Right? I don't act this way anymore. I act that way. I don't say that anymore. I say this. I don't do that anymore. I do this. Right? And those things will begin to, again, turn straight into muscle memory if you do them over and over again. Need to get the unconscious competence. Yeah, there you go. Let's go. Yes. My thoughts on becoming supernatural? You already are supernatural. All you got to do is remember. You don't have to learn how. You just got to remember. What if you were a superhuman? Like what if you had superpowers, and the point of coming to this world was to forget it, wipe your memory clean, and then learn them all again, to glitch the game. So that's why anytime you hear something that resonates with you, right, you never feel like you just learned that. You feel like, that makes sense. Like I already knew that, So again, it all comes down to what you do with your thoughts, your emotions, and your behaviors, right? All that has a lot to do with where you go. So you got to stop living in the past, like we're talking about. Same crappy thoughts, same crappy emotions, same crappy habits, same crappy reactions to certain things. Like when your kids spill milk, how do you react? When your wife says this, how do you react? Like what are you doing? What are you doing? And what's your identity? What's your muscle memory / identity looking like? And you gotta change that, right? So you gotta quiet the mind. You gotta receive the programmings. You gotta reprogram the subconscious patterns. Right? You got to separate yourself from certain people that might give you old emotions or old habits that are hurting you and pulling you back, and you got to install new beliefs, right? And new habits. And a lot of you guys have done that just by showing up to the stream, right? You've started to develop and download these kind of new belief systems that have ultimately just helped you become a better version of yourself, right? So that's the work, that's the process of it all. So do the thing and you shall have the power. So just practice things like gratitude and living in abundance. Neville Goddard talks about assuming the state of the desire already done. So I know right now I make X amount, but in my mind I make 8 figures. I am an 8-figure trader when I show up here. I trade like one, I teach like one, I talk like one, I walk like one. I am an 8-figure trader. So although the 10 million isn't in the account yet, that's what you guys see. Right? What I see, what I've aligned up is that 10 million is in the account. I am an 8-figure trader. So I will assume the desire as if it's already accomplished. And that's what I've done throughout my life. So that's why I accomplish things. So just wait on it, right? Just wait on the 8-figure. Because if I'm saying it, I'm bringing it, right? So if I'm saying 8 figures, I bet you none of you guys will be surprised when I have a $10 million account one day. No one. Right? Because I'm doing it live in front of you. So is my day-to-day actions like I got to get in this trade here right now because I got to become an 8-figure trader? Do you see that? Or do you see a slow, composed, right, relaxed trader just moving about that goal day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out with aggressive patience. Staying positive, like C. Melly said, the market doesn't care what happened to you. It doesn't care that, now the guys are off the stream and, it's up to you now. It doesn't care if you got into a car accident. It doesn't care if a loved one passed away. It doesn't care if you need $150 to, finish your funded account. It doesn't care if you're 200 away from your payout, right? So you got to literally just simply act as if and do what's required to get what's desired, and that's how it all comes together. And you slowly start to build yourself up and elevate your emotions and your frequency, and now all of a sudden you're grateful about everything and you love everyone and you're so joyful to wake up in the morning. Let's rejoice. You've been reading in your Bible for years, but now you're actually rejoicing in the morning, right? Now you're actually inspired by the work that you're putting together, right? So these emotions begin to help Rafi, it's like the brain-heart correlation, so to speak, right? It's like, it's just powerful changes to the nervous system, like Rafi be talking about.
You constantly do it. You constantly be doing it. And this morning, I actually posted something on the Mental Performance channel because, I've been speaking with a lot of you, and it is a thing that has happened, and this is a way for you guys to start changing the identity, which happens from the root level. And it is all with the beliefs, the stories that you tell yourself over and over and over. You might tell yourself right now, well, how can I not say that if that's my truth? Well, it is because you have built that. And there is a way for you to break through that barrier. Yeah. All the things that you believe in today were not yours. It's not that you created them. They were implanted into you from a young age, from experiences, from things that people have told you. So whoever you are today, that's not true. It can be changed. But most importantly, you got to be able to tap into what does it feel like to be in the person that you want to be. Like you were saying right here, yeah, you don't have the 10 million in your account yet, but you already know what it feels like to be consistently profitable. You already know what it feels like to follow the plan. You already know what it feels, all these things. Time is all what that we need right now in order for you to get where you want to be. You are in constant movement right now. You're moving towards that direction. And it all happens by changing how you see the story, what you tell, how you feel about that story, and most importantly, are you embodying the new story that you're wanting to change? Yep. It takes time. It takes practice. It takes
a lot of practice.
A lot of practice.
Never-ending practice. Lifelong practice.
It never. Yeah. Because you see the mind. So how it works is, your self-image, like your brain, it will try to obey the things that you believe the most. So if you tell yourself that you can't be disciplined, not just in trading, but in everything, you will not be disciplined because that's that inner image about yourself. And that's what you believe. And you keep saying it. And you keep doing the thing. And it's just it's a cycle that you got to break. Once we break that pattern and you start installing these new things, it's over. It can be done. I'm telling you that. It's called neuroplasticity. Yes. It can be done.
Get used to running a subconscious program. Get used to it. I still run it. Mr. V still runs it. And we'll continue to run it forever, right? Because we're forever programming the subconscious mind to what we want it to see and think and feel. Otherwise, guess who programs it for you? Yup, you got it right. Those people. And we all know that those people don't have our best interest in mind. They certainly don't have a better interest than we have in ourselves. Right? So you got to break the habit of being you. You guys have read the book. I think it was Joe Dispenza, right? Right? He talks about you got to it was like break the habit of being you or something.
Yeah, break the habit of being on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, yourself.
Also that you're the placebo, bro. It's insane if you read that book.
And I'm sure it talks about your biggest enemy is your habits, your automatic living. A lot of us are living automatically. We don't even know why we do what we do. We just do it. We just do it off of repetition. Some of us have been running that same system for years and years without even really knowing why. So it's all about reprogramming the subconscious program that's running in your mind, starting to react different, right? Like pause for a minute when it's time to react. If you overtrade and over risk, chances are you yell at your kids when they spill milk, right? You gotta chill, gang. You gotta chill. The Matrix wants you all uptight and angry and fierce and tough and right. Like, you gotta chill. You gotta find that just gentle version of yourself that can be calm and composed, right? The way you emotionally react to things off the desk has a lot to do with how you emotionally react to things on the desk, right? And then again, you gotta start repeating the same pattern. So get yourself into that morning routine, get yourself reacting different emotionally, start to program the mind to how you want to think, and all of a sudden, you know, you begin to change, right? You begin to develop these new thought process and new perspectives. And then once you have that new perspective, it's over. It's over. What did I say in the mirror? I say, you know what? It's my time. It's my time. That was a shift. That was a paradigm shift. That was a perspective shift that needed to go down in my trading in order for me to take it to the next level. So when my buddy asked me, yo, what did you do? What did you do when you had your back against the wall and all the bills were still piling up? I just looked at myself. I said, it's my time. I might have cursed. I might have said one or two other words, but I said, it's my time, man. That's it. Put up or shut up. And that was the paradigm shift that I needed to just lock in and go all in and believe in myself. But, you know, before that, I had started this programming, right? Okay, I will be a profitable trader. I am a profitable trader and whatnot. So, yeah, it's all rewiring of the brain. Like the Bible says, you know, ye be transformed by the renewal of your mind, right? That's how you're transformed. So, all right, Gold, what the heck? Not good.
Nothing, bro.
Not good.
Just, yeah.
NQ is...
Let me ask you this, because you were speaking about great things, and what I'm about to do here is going to open up people's minds and it's going to make them think, and that's what I want to do. But so you were looking at yourself in the mirror and you said, it's my time, right?
Yep.
Now I'm going to take you back to that day when you said, it's your time. Your time to what? What did that feel like?
It was my time to step up. And so pretty much what happens is along the journey, especially if you're married, you're going to make some promises, not only to yourself, but to others. And I promised my wife diamonds the size of cat heads, gang. I said, honey, you marry me, you marry the man. I'm going to give you the greatest life ever, blah, 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 blah. You know the vibes, right? And I also had promised myself this. So I thought to myself, it's time. It's time for me to actually cash the checks that my mouth has been yapping about and writing about for the last 10 years. I've got an opportunity in my lap that I can completely change my life and fulfill those promises that I've made. And I'm going to lock in right here and do it because I'm tired. Again, I told you I had the picture of my wife and my daughter, and I said every single stupid trade I make, anytime I blow an account, it pushes their lifestyle back, right? So I thought to myself, it's my time. It's time to step up. I've been writing checks. It's time to cash them, right? I've been saying this. I've been planning that. It's time to actually do it.
You felt like that urge to change it. It's your time. You know, because sometimes people say, yo, I'm going to change, bro. It's my time, but it's empty. How did it feel inside of you? I need to change. I'm so ready to change. Didn't you feel that way?
Yeah, it felt like I was holding myself back. Like I had all the capabilities, everything inside of me. I even had the mindset and the mentality, and I felt I was holding myself back. And it was time for me to just walk in the light that I felt like I was supposed to walk in and not take this for granted anymore. Remember I told you Raja moved. I had like basically lost my mentor, right? And I didn't get it yet. I wasn't fully at it. So now it's like, all right, I got to really make moves. That's when I locked in with Don. I said, I'm going to watch this kid stream every day. I'm going to, make sure that I'm only taking A+ setups. I had made some money in the past. I'm like, I got to stick to what's making money. And I knew that if I did, I would shine. So I said, you know what? It's my time to shine because all I got to do is follow the system, and that should be easy at this point. And yeah, that was it.
Right there. What you just explained is what I wrote. I think it might have been on Friday or Saturday on the performance channel. The readiness to change is what it takes. And if you're not ready to make that change and you felt it, you knew it was time. Look at what you just said. Like the mind tells you how you truly feel. I speak to a lot of people and they say, yeah, I'm trying to. You're not trying. Because when you say you're trying, there's something holding you back. And when the person says, yo, I'm getting this done, you better watch out. Look at what happened. It's my time. At that point, you already gave up everything from a subconscious level, and you already knew that you had to do what it needed to be done in order for you to make it your time. Right here, right there. That's the magic power that we've talked about, gang. We all have it. You just gotta tap into it. And it comes with, Neville Goddard says it all the time. The feeling is the secret.
Yep,
Do you
exactly.
feel doubt at any moment that you said, it's my time, Nick?
I didn't feel any doubt whatsoever. I thought it should have been done already. So I put myself in the position of, I am that trader. Moving forward, I am the trader. I'm going to impress Mike Bellafiore, the guy, I pretended I was working for a hedge fund. A lot of you guys know that story. So I say, you know what? I'm going to impress him. I'm going to impress these guys. I already know, I'm already a successful trader. I just got to continue to keep my foot on the gas.
Beautiful stuff right here. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, so that's it. Can you lock in? And by the way, I had already been doing the journaling. I had already been focused on my goal. So what happened there? My goal, my subconscious mind tied it to, okay, all right, go look around the room right now, everyone. I want you to tell me everything that you see that's blue, right? I love when Tony Robbins does this. Tell me everything you see that's blue, right? And then he goes, all right, tell me what was red. You're like, right? So what happened was, for the longest time, I was telling my subconscious mind, I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm disciplined. I'm patient. I'm process focused. I take the best trades, right? So for quite some time, my mind was beginning to get that into the programming. So that mind also began to help me say and understand and be confident in that it's my time, right? Because the subconscious was already being programmed to look for those opportunities to make it my time, right? And excel at another level. So half of it was me programming the mind. The other half was the mind programming me, right? To now to now lock in and say, you know what? To actually manifest it in the physical and say, it's my time. I'm going to do this. But my mind had already fixed itself on it that, okay, now we'll only look for onion, breakout, celery. That's it. Boom. See how it works? And then all of a sudden, it allowed me consciously, right, in the 3-dimensional realm to lock in. But the lock-in happened in the 4D, right, when I imagined it, right, when my imagination went wild and understood the life I was looking to accomplish and then began to act as if. So you see how that works? You program the subconscious and the subconscious programs you.
What a Monday. I'm okay not having a
trading day.
This was all I needed right here.
Trade day is fine.
Right here.
For real,
This
bro.
is more value
Yo.
than just one little trade you got in here.
I'm like, I forgot the charts.
Yeah. So that's how it's done. That's how it's done. And that's what I've studied. That's what's worked for me many times. And once you begin to understand this process, you could do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And you can just have fun being God's chosen people and co-creating for the benefit of the kingdom, the benefit of others, and the benefit of yourself. It's beautiful. So, how will the most successful version of you think? How will they speak? How will they act today? Right? That's your goal, is who are you? Who's the most successful version of you? And how do they think? How do they speak? How do they act? And then be that person, right? Before there's evidence in the world, before it shows in the reality, your job, your only job, is to just be that individual, right? And then as I became that individual, what happened, John? Started to see a lot of green, a little red, a lot of green, a little red, a lot of green, a little red. And then what we did? We say, you know what? I love people. I want to help people. I want to serve people. I don't even think most people understand how to trade. Let's go on YouTube. Let's go help people. Let's go teach them this philosophy that we just so believe in, the one that we're talking about right now, hint, hint. And then we'll trade with them. And we'll teach them the trading, but we'll also teach them how to think. Or to think. Not maybe how to think, but teach them to think, right? And then boom, all of a sudden now this is what you see. So I'm glad I took control over the version of myself that I wanted to be, and I started to think, speak, and act as that person long before they were ever in the physical realm, and all of a sudden, here you have it. Here you have it. How do I look? Oh, man.
Exactly.
So now who's the next version of me, right? So now I'm continuing to develop that 10.0 version, right? I'm not done. You're not done. We're not done. We got a lot of work to do, so let's do it, and this is how we do it. We are supernatural. Yo, whoever asked how to become supernatural, that was like an hour ago. W, great question.
It's good, man. Great
Kept
stuff,
spitting
man.
from that.
Gems on gems.
How do you train the mind
Damn,
for
bro.
success? So here's one thing I do with my children, right? So this is what I do with my kids. So every now and then, like multiple times a day, I go up to them and I say something like, "Hey, honey," right? "Honey, honey, honey." Alea goes, "Yeah, Dad." I go, "Remember, your thoughts determine your life." "Okay, Dad. All right, see ya. See you later." And then she's gone, right? She comes back. I say, "Honey, honey, honey, honey. Keep in mind, the mind is the most powerful thing we have, right? Make sure you program it positively." "Okay, Daddy." Da, da, da. That's how you do it. So you give your mind little pieces of programming, right? A lot of people call it self-talk or self-affirmations or
Header suggestions as well.
yeah,
Auto suggestion.
Auto-suggestion.
No, well, your auto suggestions when you tell yourself things like I'm a loser, and header suggestions when a coach tells a kid you're too slow, or you're not good enough, right?
Yeah.
So like you're talking to your kid and you say, "Hey, you're the best thing that ever happened in my life. You're the best thing." You're telling them that they're the best thing, so they start believing that. They start repeating it because their dad used to say that all the time. So it happens in a positive and negative ways. So if you talk to your kid and you say, like, you're so lazy. No, don't be saying that, because now you're suggesting them that they're lazy. Now they're creating this image about themselves, and they repeat it. Now they auto suggest themselves. "Yeah, I'm lazy. My dad used to say I'm lazy." So be careful. Be careful what you say out there.
Hey, another thing too is this is so cringe. Please, gang, when you introduce your children, please stop saying, "Hey, this is little Jacob, and don't worry, he's just so shy. He's just so shy. He's shy. He should." Please stop
Header
that.
suggestion right there.
Please stop that. Your son is not shy, right? Jacob is not shy. Jacob is a bright, vibrant, abundant young boy with more than enough to say. All right, so gotta stop that. "Oh, don't worry, Billy. He's not that smart." What? What do you mean, Mom? So what you have to do is you got to program your mind, So it's, again,
funny.
self-talk. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. I'm blessed. I'm a profitable trader. I make the right decisions. For my kids, I have a whole thing lined up. I say, just random stuff. "Honey, your mind is so strong it could almost overcome anything." "Okay, Dad, see ya." "Honey, your thoughts create the life you live." Boom, right? "Hey, Maverick, believe in yourself before the world believes in you." Boom. So is he like understanding that right here in the moment? Probably not. But is that what's programming his mind? I think so. Right? I say, "Yo, the story you tell yourself becomes your reality." Huh. And they run away. Right? They don't think anything of it right now, but it becomes programmed. Right? It starts to go into the mind. So that way later in life, when my daughter Alea's, in a predicament and she's in a little dilemma, now she knows, okay, my dad used to tell me the story I tell myself becomes my reality. Okay, let me fix the story, right? And what do you know? That creates success, right? That creates just conscious agreement, right, with the universe, so to speak. So, yeah, very, very important. So little by little, reprogram the mind. I had a whole bunch of self-talk when I was coming up. I still have self-talk today, and I can tell very easily whether or not someone that I'm coaching is doing their self-talk or not, just by the way they're talking to themselves or they're talking to me, right? I know right away. I go, "You've been reading? How you doing with that self-talk?" And they lie to me. "Oh man, it's been good. I just missed it a couple days." "You sure you just missed it a couple of days? You sure like you haven't missed it like the whole month maybe?" "Oh yeah, you know what? I actually have, the holiday came with my daughter's birthday." And it's okay. It's okay. I feel you. But guess what? The game doesn't. So, you got to make sure you're locked in. Jacob is more than supernatural. That's right. Yes, you're welcome. Top 5 dad tips. Be a great example. So remember, one quote that I love is, "What you do speaks so loudly that what you say I can't hear." What you do speaks so loudly that what you say I can't hear. That's also another reason why I spell leadership EXAMPLE, right? So you got to be a great example. You know, I mean, you're going to be an example regardless, right? You're either going to be one worth following or one unworthy of following, right? So your lifestyle and the things you do become your children's standard, right? Does that make sense? So if you eat a bowl of ice cream every night after dinner, your son think that's cool. You know, all right, you know, I just one. I mean, I wouldn't have two. I'd only have one, right? Or whatever your standards become. If you're in the gym every day, chances are your son or your daughter is going to want to follow that lead, right? So again, if you read all the time, chances are your kids will read books. If you're always zapped out on your iPhone, chances are your kid is zapped out on their iPad, right? So your example is the most important and number one thing I think you can give to your kids, right? Outside of maybe time. So give your kids that time that they need. Spend time with them. You know, speak life into them, like I was mentioning earlier. Teach them. My main thing is, just like I teach you guys performance over profits, I teach them the same thing: effort over result. You know, like as long as you put in effort, eventually you'll get results. So it's not all about results. It's not all about outcomes. And the other thing is just really making them feel safe and loved and secured, and as if, you know, they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. So yeah, that's probably a couple things. Yeah, my kids don't watch YouTube. They don't eat cake. They don't eat cupcakes. We went to a birthday party this weekend. I looked around. My kids were the only ones not. And that, look, it's not normal, right? I mean, kids like cupcakes, and I like cupcakes too. But my kids, they never had any of that stuff, you know. So that's not on their standard, right? It's not what they don't even enjoy it. They seen a bunch of kids eating cupcakes. They didn't even care. They didn't even ask for one. They didn't even say, "Yo, Dad, can we get one of those?" Nothing. They just continue to play, run around barefoot, and have fun. So it's all about that standard that you keep, you know, and that example that you set. All right, Johnny Gems?
Yes, sir, bro. So right. Speaking gems, bro.
Great Monday.
No,
What a Monday.
What a Monday, man.
Yeah.
Rangy on the charts, but trending on the mind, baby.
Hell yeah, bro.
What a start of the week.
How do you invest money? I mean, you can go with safe investments. S&P 500 is always a good one. Create like a Vanguard or Charles Schwab or something like that. I like crypto. Crypto you can invest in too. You can invest into land. You can invest into so many things. Little outside projects that you like. There's a whole bunch of ways. Invest into yourself. That's also a good one. Probably the best one. Okay, so when you're full-time trading and you don't have no trade day, it feels like you haven't made any money, but you've been to the gym, you've been active. Active, you've read, what's next? Really, whatever you want. You know, again, you decide that. That's why you became a full-time trader, is so that you can live life on your own terms. Is there anything that you like doing? You like painting, drawing, coloring? You like arts and crafts? You like golf? You like tennis? You like pickleball? You like dance? You like, what do you like? What do you like to do? I mean, that's the crazy part.
Go for walks.
Yo, like all of a sudden you're like, what do I do with my life now that no one else is in control of it? Isn't it crazy? You get to do, you get to do whatever you want.
Really.
That's the beautiful feeling about it, is like, that's why we do this, so we can do what we want, you know. So my goal in life was always to have 6 Saturdays and a Sunday, to do what I want, when I want, where I want, with who I want, for as long as I want, because I can, right? Because I got time and I got money. So when you have time and money, you get to do anything that you want, my friend. So you figure it out, you know. Just sit there and be like, what do I want to do today? That's the biggest challenge after the stream sometimes for me and John and the rest of us, is we're like, what do we do now? Like, all right, we made 2 G's. What's next? Like, what do we do today? So it's a lovely thing. Get used to it. Yeah, get used to it. And by the way, some days I just chill. Like, you know,
bro,
yesterday.
You'd be so bored sometimes.
Yeah, dude, like, yeah, every day, once every 3 or 4 months, I just like to chill. Like, just take one, and that was yesterday for me. I literally we went, like, I did my morning stuff and took care of all that, but then we went for, like, a walk with the kids, and then after that, man, I just chilled. Like, some days it's not a bad idea to just chill. You know, you've earned that freedom, and you've earned that right to do, so, you know, why not do it every now and then? But, yeah, man, that's the cool part, is you get to choose what you want to do with your life, and you don't have to be schlepped around by your boss telling you go here and go there and be this and do that. So it's a money glitch, man.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm about to do right now? I'm about to go for a nice long walk and look at some beautiful homes in this neighborhood right by me. That's what I'm about to do. Yep.
I like it.
Get it.
With my freedom. Yep.
All right, let's see what time we got. 11. Holy smokes! How'd it get so late here today?
Yo, I'm doing some OT here today, bro.
Word. A little overtime.
10 minutes after.
Yeah, I like this.
There you go,
this.
Hold
Can you tell me more about some books on self-talk as someone who went through a lot of bullying and stuff? Yeah, absolutely, man. So What to Say When You Talk to Yourself is probably my favorite self-talk book. It's phenomenal read. It's old school book. It's by Dr. Chad Helmstetter, who was just major, like an incredible student of the mind, and he talks about how the mind works as a computer, and that you can program it, and you could delete files, you can add new files, and all that good stuff. So I would highly recommend reading What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. If you want a little bit more of like a scripture or biblical approach and mix with it, then you can read books like The Tongue, A Creative Force, and Hung by the Tongue. I forgot who those books are by, but those are two really good ones that also ties a lot of scripture into it as well. So all three of those books right there are probably going to be some of my top 3 for spoken word and self-talk and just like rewiring. By the way, the bully that bullied you, you do know that his outer world was simply a reflection of his inner world, and that the only reason he bullied you is probably because he was bullied himself and that he was treated bad and all that stuff. So it's like, it probably wasn't even you. It was most likely him dealing with his own trauma and his own stuff. And it probably anything that was said to you or anything that you feel like has stuck with you since then is probably for lack of better terms, a hunk of bullshit, right? So what you should do is you should X that out. You should say, you know what? That is not me. That is not my definition. That is not who I represent, and start to, you know, create the new image of you who you know God called you to be. We're cooking, Sam, man. My daughter's not shy. That's right.
My man Green in the chat. What up, bro?
Yeah, what up, Green?
Yeah. Yeah, bro, I do have a pet gator for real, bro. There's actually a couple gators outside my home here in this like lake nearby. I'm about to check them out, say what up.
You gonna go gator hunting?
About to go
Yo, bro, those are wild.
Yep.
How often do I trade on Sunday? Not too often. Not really that often, actually.
Yo, the tribe, man, you should never full-time trade without having savings, bro. You know, like no one should, you know, full-time trade without any money. You know, before you full-time trade, I think there's a couple things you should check off before you leave that job, right? Like if you have no money, then you should get a job. You should get some sort of income coming in.
Yeah,
because, you know, it's one thing to trade, right? Like full-time, but it's another to trade full-time with zero money. Like two completely different things, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would.
If you need money, neediness will always repel money, right? So you got to put yourself in a position when you're full-time trading to not need money. You know, what I did was save up 6 to 12 months of expenses, you know, for example. Put me in a much better position.
Yeah, same here.
Save it up. Save it up. It sucks too because I can barely speak on that because I went full-time trading when I didn't have money. So it's like I can't even really speak on that too much because I did that. So, and again, there's exceptions for everything, and I can't tell you to do that because I just don't know you personally, right? I don't know, you know, I just don't know you well enough to say, yeah, bro, go ahead, you know, like let it rip. So Yeah, try and save some money or just bring the dog out in you. Look in the mirror, say it's my time.
All right, brothers and sisters. I think I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna start my day here.
It's
There's
his
nothing
time to
going on for
bounce.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it
So,
too. Do we have any other good questions? What you got going on today, Rafi? Anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym here. I'm gonna do some things with Courtney here in a little bit. So, get ready for Asia. That's what I got going on today. So,
Fire, man.
Lit.
I
Sounds
will
like a
see you
good
there,
day.
Magnus. It's a Monday. It's the best time for us to be in Asia. So I'll see you there tonight.
Hey, let's go.
I'll be in there. I'll see you there.
Okay,
Rafi.
you coming to London too?
Oh, you know I am. You know I am. So if I see you there, I'll be in London. So
Let's get it.
I bet.
Oh,
hey,
Phil-
great talk, man. Great talk today, as usual. We're changing lives out here. So thank you for having us, Nick. I'm a bounce.
Okay, brother.
Bounce here in Clubhouse, YouTube. Much love to you all. Remember, stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of
I'll see
trouble.
you guys later. Peace.
See you, Rafi.
All right, G.
Fire,
Later.
man. Peace out, Rafi. Have a great day.
Yo,
Later.
the tribe, bro. Then you're chilling, man. You know, we can take a no trade day. You got a year filled of expenses stacked, bro. You know, you can make some money tomorrow when the next best trade shows up.
Yep. Or later today or in Asian or anywhere. Remember, the market's just going to continue. Just like the waves continue to flow in the ocean, the market is continue to trend and consolidate and move around. All right, cool. Let's see. Let me see if I can pick up one or two last minute questions, and then I think we head out of here. We started a little late today, so I'm glad we were able to stick around and heat up a little bit and have some good questions. Playbook. Okay, let's see. Update on gold analysis. Yeah, let's do that. So let's just see here. 4 hour is bearish, but we closed out support. 1 hour candles are just really bad, right? They're just not in the best position. We had a little bit of a fake out go down there on the 1 hour chart. It looks like we ended up closing right back in the range. So although some of this is clean traffic on the 15 or 30, it's really not even the best opportunities here, right? Like, yeah, you got some okay traffic on the 15, but 30 minutes chalked. 1 hour is just destroyed at this point. So to be honest, it's not looking like the best trading day. Usually after a fake out here, you'll get another fake out up here and price will just remain in this overall range. So if you like the range, the only thing is the 15-minute here. So if you like those buys on the way back up, you know, that's one thing, but they're just not all the way there on all the time frames yet for me. So yeah, no bueno. So I personally, my thoughts on gold are not that tradable here at the moment. So probably stay away. 4 hours, that's bearish, but that's support. 1 hour broke the highs, but now rejecting. Just in bad shape here. So yeah, I personally wouldn't be trading too much of gold. If you guys really, really desperately want to trade, then you know, maybe wait for a support to form here. Yeah, and then take some buys moving up. But that's probably it.
Yeah, sounds good. The best thing like to do as professional traders too is like just to understand when there's confusion, you don't have to trade. You seriously don't have to trade. But I know we say like traders trade and we joke around with it, but you don't have to trade. You can easily have a no trade day.
Yeah.
That would even save you more times than not when there's confusion here.
Yep.
Sir.
How do you manage drawdown based on psychological and risk per trade? I don't manage it because I don't manage it. I accept it. So I don't manage drawdown unless the technicals tell me to do it. When it comes to like the emotions of the psychological and the money floating, the thing is, and write this down, gang, before you ever trade, accept the loss. Once you, and I don't mean like say you accept the loss. I mean actually accept it. The fact that that trade could hit the loser and that amount could be lost. Once you accept that, you have no psychological management necessary. Because now you know, okay, I will simply move based off parameters here. I will have planned this trade and I will trade this plan. And if my stop loss gets hit, who cares? So be it. I already knew that was the worst case scenario. So I very rarely manage from a psychological standpoint when I'm in drawdown. You know, it's either candle closes in my direction and I hold my trade, or candle closes out of my direction or something, and I manage it not anything psychologically, just logically based off of the charts. So go back and watch like the last 2 trades. I think we found ourselves in some drawdown where we managed trades, but we didn't manage them emotionally or because there was X amount of money floating in drawdown or in profit. We just simply managed them based off of the parameters, right? So even when we were in drawdown, we stuck to parameters. And then after, when we came out of drawdown into profit, we still stuck to parameters, right? We still didn't let the money floating in profit get us in or out or anything like that. So yeah, plan the trade, trade the plan, accept the loss. If you accept that loss, you got nothing to worry about in this trade moving forward. How do I keep myself from making bad habits? You got to create rules. You got to create the system and then follow them. And if you can't follow them, then you might not be able to be a day trader. You all make this New York session so worth it. Yo, Ricky, appreciate you, man. Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. Emailed you, Jen. Okay, great. We'll take a look. All right, I think we're good to go. Hold on, let me see Clubhouse. We Gucci? Any questions in the Clubhouse, John, that I don't see?
We're good.
Yeah.
Gucci, man.
Sir.
All right.
Well, Asian session starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
8 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll see you there, ready to win.
Perfect.
Yes.
What a day, man. What a day.
Beautiful.
What a Monday here.
Trading
Beautiful
needs
Monday.
rules, gang, and if you can't follow them rules, then you can't trade. Got it?
Exactly.
So look at yourself in the mirror today and say, am I really about this? Am I really trying to commit long term, right? And if you are, then you got to set that rule, those list of rules, and you got to be disciplined to them. All right?
Oh.
Cool. Love y'all. You know, everything I say is
What a
to
session.
push
Thank
you
you for
guys
having us
closer to the
Thank you for the
8-figure
gems, bro.
trader mark, my friend. So my name is Nick Stewart, and I am your friend. All right? I just want to see you guys run it up and give you the right expectations on what it takes to do that. All right?
Peace, boys. Peace.
All right, Johnny
Peace,
Gems, Magnus.
Peace, chat.
Peace,
Peace,
John.
boys.
Peace, Nick.
Thank you, bro.
Chat.
Thank you for the jemmies.
Love you guys. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Hope you all have a great day. Ooh-wee. We gonna get out of here now. Enjoy the day. Now what? Just whatever you want, my friends. All right? If you can't make that decision yet, you got to go earn it. All right? Love y'all. Hope you guys have a great day. Blessings to you and your family. We out of here. Peace, Chiefs. Later.
Where the light at, remind me. If you looking for it, you know where to find me. You ain't paying for me, so you can't decline me. Can't go till the devil get behind me. Pray, throw it up, ain't throwing up. Break bread with my people, we gon' pull it up. If your price too high, you ain't alone up. If you ain't had it, ooh wee, then you can't run with us. What's the word? Look alive, what's the business? Ooh wee. Can't believe God did it, ooh wee. Lord forgive me, I was tripping, ooh wee. Can't believe God did it, ooh wee. Heart, it was clinical. If you sick, invite him in, he the mineral. Then he gave the family dollars, he the general. Pull up, jump out, show love, and get back in. Moving his wheel forward like I ain't got it back in. They told me think about myself and get that dough. Don't put your foot in your mouth, that's tic-tac-toe. Fishing for souls on the gram, I throw the real out. Try to get rid of God and you gon' take the real out. How you put in so much work and leave the skill out? Demon got you in a sunken place, tell him get out. Looking at my sin like when the waiters bring the bill out. Can't tap dance around the truth, cause it's a slow dance. Trying to get the point in your head, it ain't a so in. We let go and let God, but when we pray, we hold hands. Look alive, what's the business? Ooh wee. Can't believe God did it, ooh wee. Lord forgive me, I was tripping, ooh wee. Can't believe God did it, ooh wee. Let me hear you still feel ooh wee. Let me hear you God did his job. Ooh wee. Let me hear you God did his job. Ooh wee. I was ooh wee. I've been thinking about the times I was tripping outside. Could've lost my mind, but you kept me. I just wanna say that I'ma stand on 10. Work hard, asking for mercy for the things I did. And I've been thinking about the climb to the top. How it really don't matter who gon' take my spot for real. And I just wanna say that I'ma give your props. Cause when it all fade away, you really all that I got for real. Look alive, what's the business? Ooh wee. Can't believe God did it, ooh wee. Lord forgive me, I was tripping, ooh wee. Can't believe God did it, ooh wee. Let me hear you still feel alive. Let me hear you God did his job. Let me hear you God on your side. I was ooh wee.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I gotta 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 keep going, keep going.
I don't half step cause I know the full truth. The double cooking, he don't know that I could cook too. When life give me pressure, I still show the good fruit. I treat it like my last rep and I just push through. I don't believe in failure cause I can't afford it. And if it ain't meant for me, then I ain't about to force it. I think about the victory, it trigger my endorphins. The mission too important, ain't no way I could abort it. So I gotta keep going. I gotta gotta keep going. I 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 gotta keep going. Yeah, we on time. Momentum come alive anytime God ride. It be only God vibes. I'm consistent when I try. It's divine. You would think we at the park the way he slide. All I feel is bliss since the purpose been defined. God don't ever miss. He got my back when I arrive. Anytime I give, I get it back. I pay my tithe. Anytime I slip, I come right back. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I gotta keep going. 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 I gotta keep going.
This is your winning season. You have been so used to feeling like you're losing and not making any progress and being stagnant that now that you have stepped into the promise, you are battling with accepting what God has promised you. Receive this message with love and an open heart and allow God to give you everything that he has promised you. Stop resisting the promise, okay? Stop resisting the promise.